We are the Nerdy Turtle Network.
Your struggles are futile. What is to be will be, except your place in the fire is eternal. Hello! Welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Valley by Night, or Vampire 5th Edition Chronicle. I'll be your storyteller for the evening from over the Nerdturtle Network. I'm Jason. And with me, as usual, will be Decca playing Blackjack, Duba playing Alexander, Eric playing Samuel, Sarah playing Jolene, and Rap playing Maeve. And last week, we had some goings on. Oops, I just closed my notes. That was good. Let's see. Hang on. I took notes. I actually took notes last session.
Go for it.
Get down to the bottom. Alright, session 18, Wednesday, March 20th, 2019 was the in-game date. Shit hit the fan after the demon. That's what I've got.
I mean, that's pretty
That's
accurate.
about as accurate
Yeah.
as you can
Accurate.
be, I guess.
We're like motioning back towards like Jones Valley, like shit's on fire, yo.
So anyway, they found out Eddie had been missing for a day and a half or so, 2 days, something. Evidence showed him leaving town, going in the general direction that they believed the Bali were held up. So they basically followed him up to Hollywood, Alabama. To a farm. The farm was mostly abandoned. They'd left a guard dog of sorts out in the front yard.
Very inhumane. Just leaving them out
Yes,
front
yes.
like that.
I forget exactly now. Who was it that it spit fire on?
Maeve.
Maeve, okay.
Dave 40.
But anyway, they handled it, moved into the house, discovered it was abandoned, found the body of one of the missing Thin Bloods in pretty horrific shape. Lots of occult stuff going on in the house. They then got a panic call from...
Briebrie.
Was it, okay, I was trying to remember for sure if it was Briebrie that he called you or not. Who had, on their recommendation, basically gathered up the Thin Bloods that were hiding in the domain and split them up amongst, I think it was 3 different hotels.
They were hiding at Casa del Sinblood at Ede's apartment.
Well, a lot of them had been hiding out at that apartment that Eddie was renting. But with Eddie missing, you decided had decided to split them up. Now, I'm trying to remember, did they tell you where they were going to be staying?
I think you said that she... I know she had the information. I don't know if she passed it on. I don't know if Briebrie passed it on.
Okay.
I can't remember for sure. I know she said she had like room numbers and everything. I don't remember if we said that she would send that over or just that she had it.
Okay. Oh, we already got several people in the chat. Hello, chat people.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to the excitement.
Welcome to our near-death experience.
But yes, you'd gotten a panic call from Briebrie. She had been checking in at least every hour with the groups. She's lost contact with the other 2 groups, the other 2 hotels, and somebody had come after her group. She told you that a woman had kind of come out of nowhere to their aid And she was really freaked out because the woman literally just reached out and touched somebody, touched one of the assailants, and they dropped.
I think we, even though we're pretty sure that's Abla, we did ask Abla to head up towards the farm.
Right. Before y'all had gone into the building, I think Samuel had called Abla. And, she heard the word Bali, and, her and the rest of her clan were going to, the possible exception of her father. Her and the two warriors, for sure, were going to load up and head up that way. The Assamites are into smiting evil, particularly the Bali.
Mm-hmm.
That is Abla, like, protecting Thin Bloods. She's got, like, a new best friend.
Yeah, well, that's incidental.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go be their friends now. Bye.
Oh, the Bali are after the Thin Bloods. Well, clearly, if we kill the Thin Bloods, the Bali go away.
Well,
That's a little short-sighted,
That's-
don't you think?
that feels backwards.
That's a little backwards.
I'm actually not sure what
No,
the Bali
that is
Hukins...
called extreme exterminatus. It's okay. We'll fix that later.
Sounds like a skin problem.
So anyway, they had said they were heading up there. Then y'all had explored the house and got the panic call from Briebrie. In the house, you had found the remains of what you're pretty sure was Eddie's phone. I think that was it, though. I don't think you found any other evidence of him. I mean, his car being parked, in easy sneaking distance of the house was pretty telling as well. Oh, did y'all leave his car? Did y'all load up in his car? Or did y'all?
I think we left his car.
Okay.
Gonna heat his car
Yeah.
into a
So y'all were basically just loaded up the way y'all had arrived.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're all just pretty much like, shit, let's get back.
Yeah, I remember Samuel's on his bike and gutted it.
Sam's in his bike. Blackjack and Alexander are in the bug. And Maeve and Jolene are in Maeve's car. Did you ever say what his car was?
What?
Did we ever say what Maeve... Did you ever say what Maeve's car was? I mean, it's not important, but yeah, just curious.
Toyota, probably. More than likely. Had it for years. Easy maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of weird, crappy Toyota.
Not a crappy Toyota. It's a good Toyota.
Okay,
Listen.
don't get. I can barely hear you, but don't get defensive.
Listen, before I moved down here, I had a '94 Toyota that was doing me good in 2000. It's still in 2018 before I moved here.
Okay.
So Toyotas last.
Let's.
Like Blackjack with his truck.
His truck's probably American made, though.
His truck is
Oh my
American
God.
steel.
And he's probably put more money into it than it would have cost to buy a new truck, but anyway.
Absolutely. Just over the decades.
Blackjack over here throwing stones while he lives in a glass house.
Basically.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He's not getting very fast because
Huh.
he gets
I am
terrible
not logged
mileage
into
on,
Twitch.
on the Beetle.
Weird.
Shame.
Well, I used some cleaner software, and it's like wiped all the cookies and stuff out of my browser, so none of my
Yeah,
websites
that's
are
it.
remembering me.
That would do it.
Well, I guess I'll just be talking out loud to the chat then instead of typing in. So anyway, I believe Samuel was breaking many traffic laws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Are the rest of you trying to keep up with him?
Absolutely not. Hey, I'm in a
doing-
Beetle.
Well, it's it's one of the more current ones, so that's not.
Yes, it is one of the more current ones. It is. I am also about 300 pounds, and then however heavy
Alexander?
Alexander is. Like, I just imagine the car's like this a little bit when I drive it.
Probably.
So it's not getting very good mileage.
Either way, I don't think we could keep up if he's doing like 100 plus. Not without drawing some serious attention.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably, push like, 10, 15 over. Definitely not a little bit more, but
Oh,
at least I wouldn't recommend
All right.
going like.
I'm going to
"Just go
assume
balls
the
to
two
wall,
cars
guys."
then are breaking the speed limit, but not to the level that they would get reckless driving if they get pulled over.
Yeah, we're keeping with traffic, kind of breaking the speed limit.
We're the fast lane.
you know
There
you
you
know
go.
you know when you go down I-10 and you just go down there for like you're down that road for like 8 hours, so you just say screw it and go 120.
Treat it like it's the Autobahn.
Mm.
Driving like we really have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I have driven like that on the road y'all are on.
Yep.
God bless the Piggly Wiggly I found. Anyway,
Oh, good grief.
Especially after. Wait, no.
I see what you did there.
so anyway, you're racing back.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel, give me. Let me look at a character sheet. What skills are we talking about? Wits and awareness.
Okay.
Going
Yeah, his heightened senses is still on too, so I never did turn that off because he was far enough back where the silencer was just like a
What would have happened when you cranked your motorcycle then?
helmet on.
Fair. I'll give you that. All right. Did you? There's the roll.
Yeah.
It's not beeping for me.
Yeah, it's 5 dice.
Not that.
Five successful
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
10. But
Ooh, that's a lot of dices.
yeah, with his blood pumping from blood sorcery right now, I have a lot of dice to throw around with powers.
That's right. You burned some blood to, what was it, effectively raise your generation temporarily, or your blood potency.
Mhm.
Your blood potency. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's separate now.
Yep. So that's pumping right now. So I get an extra dice to throw around.
Okay. So far, you've managed to avoid police. Occasionally, you'll spot one in a parking lot or something, or you spotted one in a parking lot. But with your enhanced vision, you saw it far enough ahead that you dropped it down to the speed limit just enough to get past them and kind of out of sight before you took back off. You've been on the road about 30 minutes when you feel your cell phone buzzing in your pocket.
Answer.
So you're driving on a motorcycle one-handed at high speeds.
No, the helmet.
Okay,
Absolutely would
okay.
have a hand
Thank-
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got money. You probably have all the fancy stuff then.
Because he can. I figured like he would do that because it doesn't require the heat from a touch sensor to try to flick the phone. So he could just say, just wireless, just answer.
It's Obla.
Okay.
Samuel, we're about halfway there. Have you engaged? How would you put? When you got off the phone with her, what did you tell her y'all were about to go into the house?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been about a half hour. She's like, we're halfway there. I was calling to make sure you were all right. I figured 30 minutes in, either you'd be too busy to answer the phone or something would have been settled.
Well, the watchdog was what's the word here? The watchdog was returned from where he came from.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
The house was empty.
That's not as good.
Seems like they're all in Huntsville right now.
What?
Yeah.
You hear to somebody off the phone. Turn the car around. Turn the car around. You hear a slide.
Yeah, I'm racing back as fast as I can go. Honestly, I might end up passing you.
Oh, she's like, I don't know about that. The way, let's see.
It'd be funny.
Did I really name that guy Bruce? Huh. Okay. She's
That's
not
it.
sure about that. The way Bruce can drive.
See, it'd be funny if at that point just Sam on the bike just goes right past him. Do I? That'd be funny.
No, but just a little bit later, you pass a section where it's clear that a car has gone through the median, throwing a UE. So you're probably just right behind him.
Oh, well, I see where you turned around.
Do you know what part of Huntsville they're in?
Was the motels in our domain or just elsewhere in Huntsville?
Two of the hotels were fairly close to your domain, but outside it, you actually do not have any motels in the domain proper.
Yeah.
The other one was up on University, which, for those of you not familiar with Huntsville, you've basically got Memorial Parkway going kind of north to south, and then University kind of bisects that.
From what I understand, one is near a motel on University. Two are at other motels near my stomping grounds. They seem to be committed, at least in part. Said that some strange woman showed up and just made one go to sleep with just a Vulcan death grip, so to speak.
I wonder who that was. Though I guess any message, you're on the phone. Though I guess anybody that saw this commotion would step in.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe that it isn't rather noticeable. From the way it was sounding, it sounded like a lot of gunfire.
I'll call ahead and have some people start checking around in motels. Or checking around to see if there's been any commotion around any motels.
Alright.
You've got this number if you need to get back in touch with me.
Right. Once all this is done, if you're amenable, I would like you and I to meet back there. For the rituals that were in there seem to be fresh.
That's probably a good call. Father has done some research, checking around with someone he knows in Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Right.
Apparently, there was a gangrel that made his home in Hollywood. Oh, you're right. She's better at this than I am. There was an old fellow, kind of an outdoorsy type that used to make his home there.
Yeah. So Samuel, while focusing on driving, would have said ritual, but it's like, well, never know how these cults happen to prop up, huh?
They're like mushrooms.
Right. They are. Better to cull them while you can.
Well, see you back in the city. And she clicks off and presumably starts calling ahead. With your enhanced vision, you eventually spot. You assume it's their car because it's a car going,
Very fast.
very fast.
Yeah. Is he going fast enough to catch up?
I don't know enough about cars. It's a fair. Let's see.
Probably a pretty nice car.
Yeah, I don't know that it's necessarily sporty though.
Yeah. And Samuel's bike is engineered for speed, for when he needs to get somewhere fast.
It was a Vespa, right?
It's a real fast one. I don't
So
know
yeah,
enough
you would
about bikes,
you'd
but-
eventually catch up with him and probably pass him.
Yeah, see, as he's going by, he just taps on the window and thumbs up as he just.
That seems totally safe.
Moped.
There you.
You're really quiet.
Yeah, Deca, I saw your mouth moving.
Okay.
Man, he is super quiet. Anyway,
He is.
you glance in your mirror, and you see Bruce is driving the car, kind of hunkered down, and he's probably giving it all she's got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other two of you are just kind of. Jolene is slowly running out of napkins to mop up with.
She's trying so hard not to bleed all over Maeve's car.
She's gonna be like, "There's a tarp in the back seat."
Just
Laying
grabs
on
the
the
tarp, wraps it
Laying
around
flat on the
herself.
tarp.
Which really
Well,
just makes a
she's got-
funnel for the blood down to the floorboard.
I mean, at least it's not in the seat. Because she was covered in blood from like going and pulling down the body, so.
Alright, so Samuel, you were of course first one back to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
He's gonna slow down to more reasonable speeds when he actually hits the city proper.
Mm-mm.
Because there's no way you're going like 140 in the city.
No.
Not a chance. Well, bye, Maeve. She's been taken by werewolves.
We're cats.
Yep.
Cat-
Sorry. I
But,
get distracted easy by cats.
Clearly. And Vancouver by night is right. They're Basset, I forget exactly how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see, it's based off Bast. So yeah, I guess it'd be Bastet.
Fair enough, yeah.
I can't remember if I've got that book around here or not. I know I've got some of the changing breeds. Anyway. Now, you knew... Briebrie had mentioned that a couple of them were, the groups were... One of them was staying on University, and the other two groups were close to your domain. But you don't know exactly what motels it is.
Yeah, he's
You do have Briebrie... Everybody in the coterie should have Briebrie's number.
gonna just go call Briebrie.
Hello?
I'm back in the city. Where are you?
Oh, we're back in the domain.
Back in my stomping grounds, you mean?
Right, yes. Sorry, I was trying to sound English there for a minute. Y'all still use that word over there, don't you?
Sometimes.
But,
Where are you and your friends? I'll meet up with you.
let's see where would be a good place to hide in the domain.
Target.
Where everything happens.
Just right.
Well, it is the center of the domain, so it's just so convenient. Let's see, Briebrie is fairly new, so she might not even know necessarily where Blackjack's farm is. Crap. She gives you the name of a little shopping center. That's on the edge of the domain, over by on Cecil Ashburn Road. There's like a gelato place there. But she rattles it off, and it's
I know what you're talking about.
It's the one Mellow Mushroom's close to, for those that are familiar with us. But anyway,
I mean, what? Sorry, I love mellow mushroom.
but Samuel's probably never been there.
Samuel hasn't. His player, on the other hand.
But so they're parked around the side, just kind of huddling their cars at the moment. I've been trying to get in touch with the other groups. We were staying at the King's End, which is on basically Memorial Parkway, or one of the service roads.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, the other group was at the Hampton Inn on Martin Road, which is also close to the domain.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had some of us at the Grand Palace Inn on University.
Is everyone accounted for? From your group.
No, they got Mary.
Right. Well, I'm... As he pulls up. On the motorcycle. Well, I'm here.
You have five thin bloods pile out of a car. Do you have anywhere else we can go?
Give me a moment.
And some of the rest of them are like, how do they find us?
There's many ways that can happen. But he'll take off the helmet, put off the side, he'll pull out his phones, he'll call Opla again.
Well, you're calling her, one of the back is like, where were y'all? And everybody else kind of looks at him like, shut up.
I see.
Sorry.
Is before he hits send, dealing with demon pets. Call.
Is he serious?
I have to tell he's British.
Let's see, they'd have got in town shortly after you. Obla picks up. We're on University.
He'll rattle off that one of the groups was reported being hit at that. It was the Grand King something, I think.
Grand Palace Inn.
Grand Palace Inn, off of University. If you want to check there first.
It just so happens there's been reports of gunfire there. We were already headed that way.
That's where one group was at. I have one with me, so.
Do you know where the other group was?
The King's Inn.
No, that was the one Briebrie was in.
That was what Briebrie was in.
Hampton Inn.
Hampton Inn.
Which is the one on Martin
Hampton
Road.
Inn. Yeah, Hampton Inn off Martin Road.
You hear, clearly talking to somebody other than you. Martin Road. You hear a woman reply back, oh yeah, it's off, basically rattling off where Martin Road is, because Obla and her group are still fairly into the city.
Yeah.
She goes, there have been reports of a breaking in at that hotel. No reports of gunfire, but apparently a gang of people came up and just kicked in some doors and started hauling people out.
Right. One person from the group I have with me is missing as well.
Do we have any? We have no idea how many they need for whatever it is they're doing.
I'll be honest, I was half tempted to go find some dogs and set them loose.
If you're talking about the kind of dogs I'm thinking of, that could be awfully hard to control.
Yeah, perhaps. Depends on what they feel like hunting.
There are some groups they would go after. They seem to have a tendency to go after a little harder than they go after the rest of us. Our friends from in Hollywood would be one of those groups.
That was my thought. Last resort option. Mutually assured destruction and all that.
Okay, we're getting close to the hotel. When we get parked, I'll send Bruce and Anya to scout the area out.
Right.
They're very light on their feet. Let's see, she's on the phone, very light on their feet, it's fine. She's like, they know how to stay out of, they'll stay out of the police's way if they're already looking at the site, but they should be able to find somebody to talk to find out what exactly has happened.
Right. I'll try to see what I can do for these folks here.
Have you notified the prince, or have you notified the prince or Primogen about what's going on yet?
Well, my landlord and his council, not quite yet.
She wouldn't have said that. That was me.
Yeah.
I know.
But I was going to get to that in very short order.
Inquisition marks against the storytelling.
Every time y'all mess up, I give y'all a mark. Every time I mess up, I take a mark off.
Just imagine at some point you mess up enough of this, like we're sitting here playing and just off screen you hear, FBI, open up!
No, just in the background you just hear a very low chant.
Oh man, that'd be something. But yeah.
That would be somebody taking the game a little too far. Oh, that's the third time he's messed up. All right, time to swat him.
I mean, we joke, but I can guarantee someone's done something like that.
I'm looking
probably.
at you, Vancouver by night.
Shots fired?
Question mark?
Let's not.
We are
just
not
say
starting
did.
beefs with other streams. All right.
I'm not starting beef with them.
I was about to
It's
say.
just the other vampire stream, so I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
He
So,
he
yes,
knows
yes, you
the he knows the seneschal and them typically are at the ledges.
mhm.
Uh,
At the very least, one of their people will be there that can easily contact them.
right. All right. This is going to get interesting. Right, I was gonna get on that here shortly.
All right, I will leave that to you then. Let's see.
Yeah. Allergies.
It's almost like 5 minutes after Fitch's call, Blackjack would call him.
What was that, Dicka?
Am I really coming in that low?
You're coming in
Yeah,
pretty
you
low.
are.
Yeah.
I have you like at 200%. You're still a little quiet.
Give me a sec.
It's gonna need you to get all up on the mic.
Swallow the mic.
Absolutely not.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Okay, how's that?
That's better.
That's better.
Okay. Thank you, automatic game control options. Anyway, what was this thing? Oh, Blackjack about 5-ish minutes after that would probably call Samuel. Where are we going, boss?
Go by the Hampton Inn off of Martin Road.
Got it.
Try to stay out of the police's way, but something happened there, and I'd like to know what it was.
That's probably more my passengers' purview than mine, but sure,
Exactly.
and click off.
You're just the driver. Chauffeur, the important person here. You stay out of the way.
We'll see. Yeah, I'll drive to the Hampton.
Y'all are just now reaching. By the time Samuel has gotten there, gotten back into the city, gotten down to the domain, gotten out, talked to Abla on the phone. Now y'all are just hitting the city.
Yeah, and I on the ride there, I'll like abruptly change like where I'm going and just like explain to Alexander what's going on. We'll go into the Hampton Inn, and I believe you're going to be the eyes and ears of the situation.
Oh, well, this sounds interesting. Well, let's see what I can do.
Yeah.
Do this right.
Now, Maeve, you are driving your car. Once y'all hit the town, you see. Well, at first, it almost looks like almost looks like Blackjack is heading back to the domain because he comes in, comes in on University, and then turns down onto Memorial, headed south, which would take y'all down just by y'all's domain. But when he gets down there, he turns onto Martin Road. Now, are you going to follow him, or did you have anywhere else you wanted to go? Are you going to call Samuel and see what's going on?
She's gonna look at Jolene and be like, "Do you need anything? Do we need to make a pit stop for you?"
Oh, so many things, but let's figure out what we're doing. How about that? Like,
Then
beyond,
call
like, the ripping
Sam.
of the tarp.
Then call Samuel.
She's like, all right, call Sam.
Holding the phone, trying not to get too much blood on it.
Oh yeah, her phone is like just palmed in blood because of the stigmata.
See, ends the call with Blackjack. Phone rings. I am popular tonight. Answers.
Hey boss, what we doing?
You know that little strip joint near Cecil Ashburn with the mellow mushroom.
Oh yeah, the one with the good yogurt. What is it? Gelato place? That one. It's tasty stuff.
Meet me there. I have a few of your friends.
Oh,
Click.
Party. Rude. She would have had it on speaker.
And
Looks like we're getting some gelato.
Maeve will head that way.
Alright.
But do you need something? Pit stop.
I
Quick.
really don't know if we're gonna have time for it in anything I could use. As far as my alchemy stuff, it's just gonna make me hungrier, and I don't want to
We
get
need a
hungrier
hunt
right
for
now.
you.
We don't got time.
I wonder if we knew where Alexander's haven was. We can take a couple of his rats and.
Yeah, some Capri Suns.
Well, you know where Blackjack keeps his cows.
She has said she is not touching the cow. She is at least standing by that
It's
word.
an emergency, and you can just blame
In
the
case of
Bali.
emergency, break cow.
Bali broke into our domain. They took our thin bloods and one of his
What are
cows.
Blackjack's cows?
They took my cows. I'ma kill them all.
That'd be the best way to get him on board. They took a cow.
Suddenly, Blackjack goes
Oh,
John
shit,
Wick.
it's on.
Suddenly, Blackjack's John Wick. Yeah.
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 Firearms proficiency. What the hell?
Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Let's go figure out what's going on with this. Me looking a wreck isn't gonna change, so maybe
Maeve
we'll
is
put
just
together
gonna quickly
whatever
text
the fuck's
Sam.
going on.
Samuel, Jolene is hungry. We need to fix this. Ashley's
Are you
heading over
ratting
there.
me out, like looking like? Are
Hey,
you are ratting me out to Dad?
He looks up at the other thin bloods like,
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
how many of you are fine on blood right now?
They all give you kind of an uneasy look.
Jolene's just about starving at the moment.
They don't look any more relieved when you say that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a little hungry myself. Not bad or nothing.
Julian pulls up looking like freaking Carrie.
One of you might need to give a brief donation. She's a walking masquerade breach right now.
Briebrie's like, I topped off last night, so I guess I can give for the cause.
Around the domain. Would we have a blood bag in a fridge back at like the antique shop or something?
If she drinks them, probably.
Oh God.
Yeah, I really hadn't talked about it. So far there's been no mention of you necessarily having that. You've talked about starting it, but
for her potions.
That tends to be your own blood.
Some of them require blood from certain people, like certain types. So, like I think I'll have to pull it up. But like one of them requires like a so much O negative blood, stuff like that.
Okay.
I mean, we did joke around before when she first started becoming an alchemist that she would ask us to kind of save a bit of
That's
blood.
right. Yeah. I remember that.
Possible question. Could she down the rest of her potions without doing a rouse check to like lose a point of hunger? Because she's got like 7 other potions hanging out back in the fridge.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say drinking the potion would essentially activate that and cause the rouse check.
There.
All
right.
Now, if you want to say you got a couple points worth stashed in the fridge, that'll be fine.
And probably like just
8 points worth.
Yeah, like 1 bag, if even that.
But that means the next time you want to cook something up, we may have to, you may have to make some extra hunting checks to get what you need.
Yeah. She's down for that.
So while y'all are swinging by the antique shop, presumably going in the back door to get that, we will cut over to Blackjack and Alexander.
Boy.
As you are pulling up at the Hampton Inn, there's 4 police cars here. They are in the front parking lot with their lights on. You only see one officer walking around outside.
Okay. I will. Let's see. Bad time not to take off. I will rouse my blood to add a point to my manipulation. I'm good.
Okay.
And just be like, all right, Blackjack, you got this. You got this. Alexander, I'm going to talk to this officer over here. Do me a favor and, well, you know, he'll get out the car.
Stay hidden, goddess.
Clearly, he meant for me to stay in the car.
And I'll fuck you, officer. Officer, what seems to be the problem over here? I had a friend in here.
Do you know what room they were in?
I'm not sure. They sounded kind of panicked. That I wanted to see what's going on.
Well, I'm going to have to ask you to stay back. You say they sounded panicked. Were they...
They said they heard a lot of loud noises. And I'm not entirely sure if they were affected or not. I gotta go in and see what's going on.
He's like, no, I need you to stay here. Had a group of people show up, kicking a couple of doors. Reports say they hauled some people away. We don't know what's going on. It was only a couple of rooms affected. So if your buddy heard if your friend heard the noises, but it wasn't his or her door getting kicked in, they should be fine. There was no gunfire or anything.
I'm terribly sorry. I gotta go in. I gotta go in and look. I gotta go in and look. I'm intentionally making this so that Alexander can get through.
All right, roll me a. Let's see. You're basically acting as a distraction. So, manipulation for sure.
It could just still be persuasion because I am gonna get through if he lets me.
They might be friends.
Could also be performance or subterfuge. Because more than anything, you're just trying to distract him. We'll make it manipulation subterfuge.
Sure. I ain't got nothing in those dice.
I know that feel.
And don't forget, you've jacked your
I did.
your stat up.
Oh, I should probably just do that instead. Subterfuge. Manipulation. +1. 1 dice success.
And let's see, police. All right, so this is social.
It's okay, everyone. I have a plan B.
All right, he got 1 success.
It's tie.
Punch him.
All right, so that's a tie. All right, Dick, I'm gonna give you 2 choices here, since it's a tie.
Sure.
The 2 of you can continue to sit here and discuss it, which means you have successfully stalled him. You're not getting past him, really.
Sure. And?
Or he can offer to walk you in to the front desk, so you can give him your friend's name, and that can call the room and make sure he's okay.
No, I'll keep chatting with him here and trying to
You're kind of shuffling your feet around, but not quite running around it to make to.
Yeah. Just like.
You're not escalating the situation exactly. Okay.
Right. My plan B was activating Johnson, absolutely escalating.
Out of the way!
Get the fuck away from me.
So, if anything, seeing Blackjack doing his thing, Alexander's going to kind of pick up on the fact of, yes, time for me to actually get by. Let's see what I can do. And I'm essentially going to pull this little. Oh Jesus! Why did it do that much?
That's so much. Vanish.
Yeah, it is. Jesus.
It's very thorough.
All right, so it's 1 rouse check, and that's the one that lets you run around.
Oh.
Well, the thing, what it is it's vanish. So all in all, what it does is it allows me to either use Cloak of Shadows or Unseen Passage. It just kind of amplifies it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, this is the one that lets you, even if they're looking right at you, you can still activate it.
Yeah.
Where normally, if they're looking straight at you, you got to duck behind something or break their line of sight on you. Okay.
Isn't this the one where like you just have to roll your regular one and that's your regular rouse check?
Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it, wait, what on earth is there so much added to this? It should not have gone that far down. I will have to fix that. Jesus Christ. All right.
Because there's a lot of tests you have to do.
Yeah. Or a lot of different. It looks like maybe a multiple different ways it can do things. But anyway.
It's probably showing what you.
But anyway, so you're going by obfuscated though.
Oh yeah, no, he's not just going to like try to be tiptoeing. He's going to make sure I ain't seen. I'm walking. But now that I think about it, vanish is only good 1 time, I believe.
Possibly. Oh, you can just activate the Cloak of Shadows, or the Unseen Passage rather. You can do that in the truck and then scurry on past him and try and stick to the corners in the hotel.
That's probably what I'll do is just activate Unseen Passage, and that just requires 1 rouse check. I know that.
Yeah.
Please no.
Alright, you get a little hungry.
Get hungrier.
God, I hope you're not high in hunger.
I just hit 3 dots.
Okay.
It's not disastrous.
I'm not terrible. I haven't hit Jolene levels, but something looks a little tasty. But anyway, so do that, pop unforeseen passage, walk on past. Of course, stick in the corners, not trying to be anywhere obvious. Trying to stick to out of sight, but not having to really worry about being out of sight.
He's over here. I'm telling you, I'm so worried sick about them. They're my college friend.
Alright, so you slip at the hotel without any trouble. You're in the foyer. There's a few people standing around talking to the woman at the front desk. They're kind of looking out at the lights, and clearly they've been discussing whatever's going on.
Anyway, so they've been discussing what's going on.
You walk in kind of the middle of the conversation.
And he's going to just slightly pause just to kind of hear if there's anything useful.
Give me a wits awareness.
Sure. Where are you? Awareness. There you are.
Oof.
Okay. We starting off strong tonight.
There we are.
And starting by strong. And starting off by strong, I mean,
yeah, you got one success.
And he is obscured. You might be able to kind of linger.
But they're talking, and you pick up on the fact that they don't say what floor this happened on. But from the way they're talking, you're pretty sure it wasn't the ground floor. They referenced the police going up in the elevator, so it's clearly either on the second or third floor. This portion of the building is 3 stories tall. So at least you don't have to search the bottom floor.
Well, he is going to casually walk his way on in, or at least he's going to kind of try to trigger the elevator just slightly. Elevators can randomly just open at times. No rhyme or reason. Someone must have accidentally mispressed a button.
Sure.
And he's just gonna casually wait for it to come on down, make sure nobody gets on, and just slide right in.
Okay.
He's gonna take a gamble and go to the second floor.
Okay. Even or odd?
We'll go even.
Okay. So you go to the second floor. It pings open. When it opens, you see a woman standing in front of you. Older lady, and she's kind of craning her neck down. The door's open in front of her. She's craning her neck down. Huh. And then she steps through before the door starts to shut on her or anything.
Of course, he steps back. He does his best not to bump into her. Tries his best to stay away from her. Judging by that reaction, he chose right.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's just gotta ride the elevator back down for the sake of not being so suspicious.
Well, you could try to slip to the door, but, she did pause for a little bit before she stepped out, so it's starting to close by the time she gets clear enough that you can make a play for it.
I mean, we'll try. We'll try and pass through the door as quick as can without being too suspicious. What do you want me to roll?
Oh, let's make it dexterity. Athletics or stealth? You needed to be quiet, but you're also trying to shimmy through, you know.
I mean, I'll take a stealth dexterity.
Let's go stealth. I mean, let's go dex athletics. Because speed and positioning your body is important here.
Well, 2 successes.
All right, 2. In my, I was sitting here in my head going, he needs 2 successes. Come on, 1 success. Okay. I really wanted the door to catch you, and then open back up and have the old lady turn around looking at you funny.
The fact that you're just like, the fact that you're consistently on us about our failures is, I won't say refreshing, because I'm sure a lot of DMs do that. It's just hilarious every time you're so blatant about it.
Because
I
you
used
just
to
like,
weapon.
My God, baby, never mind.
I look at Rap's
Yeah,
I look at Rap's little window thinking there's going to be something alarming, but then all I see is cat.
Our youngest decided to jump up top the bookshelf.
yeah, he decided to jump higher, and it's just like, yeah, good thing we have a week off. It was technically meant for Dragon Con, but since, conventions are canceled, we're still taking the week.
Since
Well,
life is canceled currently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the rest of
2020
y'all,
is the-
I live like a hermit anyway, so it didn't really bother me.
I mean, me do too, but this would have been a nice nerd week for us.
Yeah, we've at least seen 2 of these folks.
I just miss
we
my
got-
Chinese buffet place.
We got Nerdsgiving coming up.
Yeah, we're at least
Forever
going to try.
Chinese buffet place feels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the buffets right now aren't the same. But anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, yes.
so
Let's get away from
I'm
the
lucky.
depressing world and back to this world.
I mean, right now it's not any better. It's still just
So-
as depressing, but more chaos.
So you manage to slip out. You just do. You fit the door is brushing your shoulder as you manage to slip out without making too much noise, and without the door catching you and opening back up. And sure enough, you're looking down the way she looked, and you see a policeman in the hallway. They've got Well, I take that back. You don't see a policeman in the hallway. You see police tape. On one side of these 2 rooms, and then on the other side.
Like he just lightly utters in the lowest whisper he can. Oh, checkpoint. And then he just kind of slowly makes his way over there to get a feel of the situation, see what's going on.
He just
See
sneaks
what
up.
he
He crouches. He sneaks over. He does a roll for no reason.
Dramatic effect, just does a barrel roll. Just rolls in there. Rolls under the tape.
As you peek in, you've got a plainclothes officer or detective, probably, with a couple of regular officers. And they've got the gloves on. They're going through a couple of bags. You hear one of them complaining that no, there's no ID or anything in this one either.
Distance. Julian's like, good thin bloods.
One of them's like, this one's got some cash in it, but he goes, they stuffed it in a sock. That's the first place anybody's going to look for it. Oh, well.
We were on the same wavelength there, Jason.
It's like, don't mind me.
But no. You see them, they're putting everything in the bags and filling it up. But,
Yeah, evidence bags or
cash.
so.
But the entire bags go into big ones or whatever.
Yeah, small bags into the big bags, and the big bags into totes. Got to keep all the evidence in order. Okay, so again, he sees 2 detectives doing some forensics, getting evidence gathered. Anything else?
You go peek in the other room. There's a couple of officers in there, and they are they're bagging stuff up to You don't see anybody like dusting for prints or anything, so the actual full-on forensics guys may not be here yet.
Okay. They're just doing the early protocol of just gathering up evidence for them to check.
Give me a wits awareness. That's basically your spot.
Let's hope, please. Eat. Oh. Well, 2 successes. Let's see how that works in my favor. Probably won't.
No, that's fine. You notice, they got the little evidence bags kind of stacked over the side. You notice one of the bags has actually got the little notepad that a lot of times will be, on a table in a hotel room, the little with the hotel kind of stationery. That they have actually put that in one of the evidence bags. And it has got there's a phone number written on the top with the initials BB next to it.
Okay, can I make out the numbers?
Yeah. When they're busy over there, you creep over and you get a good look.
Of course, he's just going to do his best to just, in his head, repeat the numbers to keep track of what they are. And that they're attached to BB, whoever BB would be.
Okay. Alexander's a pretty bright guy, isn't he?
Oh. I would hope he is, but yes, I mean... I like to think he would be a pretty bright guy. I mean, again, he was a vet in his earlier life.
That's true.
Now he would he essentially would now technically be what the vet would work on, but to each their own.
But and you're kind of the information broker type, so you can keep the phone number in your head at least long enough to slip off and then put it in your phone, or write it down if you got whatever.
They would definitely wouldn't be trying to write it down right there because, oh hey, this is very strange. Why is there a pen in a piece of paper just floating and mimicking what's on this? Because God knows that would make a detective's day.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to do in these rooms? You hear these two officers talking too. They're just spitballing theories on what it could be. I think it's drug related. Well, none of them seem to have any drugs here, but.
So, there are still bodies laying in the rooms, correct?
No, just the police.
Just police?
They bust in and hauled people off, is what the report said.
Okay. So they busted in and hauled people
and,
off.
At least at this one, there was no gunfire. You heard the officer outside telling Blackjack that.
Oh yeah, good stuff. No other signs of struggle. Just.
There's let's see. The door have been physically kicked in. You can see the damage to the door frame. In one of the rooms, that's pretty much the extent of the damage. In that second room, the one where you found the phone number, there are some dents in the wall, like somebody got slammed around. One of the pictures is knocked off the wall. There was somebody put up a little bit of a fight in this room at least.
It wasn't a complete one-sided battle. Someone at least attempted to fight back. Okay.
There's no massive amount of blood or anything, but.
So there's nothing really that will give me any other clue other than, oh hey, here's a phone number, probably someone they were trying to get in contact or was told to get in contact with. So, there's not really anything else in the rooms like any other hint, clue, or possibly even useful information. He'll probably do his best to just kind of slink on past, come on back down.
You gather that the police don't have a clue what's going on here. The camera, the way they're talking, cameras didn't really catch anything. I mean, somebody in hoodies, they ran up, and the one or two cameras that would really have gotten a good view, they ran up and spray painted on their way in.
Yeah.
So there was at least some attempt to, I guess maintain the masquerade or something.
We'll go with that.
But let's see.
Yeah, no. If there ain't nothing real more useful than just dents, kicked in door, and a phone number, probably slink on back down to where Blackjack is.
Okay. I grabbed the book to check something and forgot what it was I was going to check, but now I remember. Oh, you do hear that they are looking for one of the staff.
Staff member missing?
Yes. The lady at the front desk, though, saw him go running out of the building. Looked like he was in a blind panic.
So no point in trying to chase that little trail. If he ran out in a blind panic, well, he's already out. So no point in trying to figure out why he ran. Other than the simple fact of which he might have been the unlucky soul to first witness what the crap happened.
Yeah, the police are very interested in him. They don't mention his name in your presence, though.
Fair enough.
But apparently they've got people out looking for him already. But yeah, that's basically what you get. So you can slip back out. If you go to put the number in your phone, you find the number is already in your phone.
Me over here screaming. We know that has 2 B's.
Oh,
I don't know. Did you know anybody that's got 2 B's in their name?
I don't know.
Not in their real name.
that's always a good question.
But yes, it's Briebrie's number.
Yeah, Alexander's gonna kind of pause and just be like, "Someone's got to explain this."
Somebody's going to answer Samuel for that one.
Yeah. So he's gonna slink it.
Talk.
Oh yeah.
Here's a remedial class on keeping the masquerade.
But yeah, no, he's gonna do his best to just slink back down, get back to Blackjack's vehicle, do something to hint to Blackjack that, hey, I'm good, unless he's already gone back and is just sitting in his vehicle.
Well, his phone's on vibrate, so more than likely, if you just text him, he'd probably get the hint, and he's still there I'm sorry. I think we came at this the wrong. I think I came at this at the wrong foot. I'm just. Excuse me one second. I'm so sorry, officer. Pulls it out. Oh, she's safe. All right. Bye.
He's like, "Good evening.
Wasting your time.
You have a good evening. I'm glad everything's okay."
You too.
You don't see him roll his eyes as you walk off, but you can feel it. It's like, oh, thank goodness.
Oh yeah, just that good anointed eye roll that you can sense from anyone when you piss them off enough.
You don't know that he was necessarily pissed off, rather than just, annoyed and flustered. It's like,
Yeah, I kind of know that from personal experience. Hint to possibly 2 to 3 people in this exact call. Loves and hugs.
I'd be hurt if it wasn't true.
So cutting back to Jolene and Maeve, you swing by the antique shop. You grab the blood bag.
She probably grabs a quick change of clothes that they store there, and a small thing of wipes to.
You probably have alcohol
Fix
wipes.
that. Yeah.
This is a problem you
Maeve
know you
throws
have.
her into the shower real quick.
I'm still dressed.
You got clothes to change into. Throw her in
Give me
there.
5 minutes.
Wash the blood out of your hair.
Comes back out like wearing like clothes that don't match, all hair stuffed into a beanie because it's March, so it's not cold, but wet hair.
But anyway, you managed to get over to the little shopping or not shopping, little strip mall or whatever.
Sipping on the blood bag on the way.
The straw.
This stuff tastes disgusting cold.
It does. It really does. If you didn't have iron gullet.
She's still like making disgruntled noises.
Suck it up, Buttercup, because
She
keep
would've-
bleeding.
She would have grabbed a couple of potions when Maeve wasn't looking.
Oh boy.
But they're kept in the refrigerator with the blood bag, so that was easy to do.
Yeah. And she's got now like an extra point to play with, so. What's the worst that could happen?
So in the time it takes them to get there, Samuel, the Thin Bloods have all kinds of questions for you. What do you mean? What do you mean a demon? One guy's like, well, if vampires are real, I guess demons could be real.
Oh, they are. Now, the people who were chasing you all have a propensity for making contracts with demons.
So we're being hunted down by devil-worshipping vampires. Great.
Exactly. We killed the one that was guarding their domain, so to speak.
They have a domain here in the city?
No, about an hour's worth outside the city.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I made it back in about 30 minutes, but...
One of them's like, that is a nice bike.
It's designed for speed for situations like this.
But eventually Maeve and... basically these people are, some of them are bordering on panicking. Briebrie's holding it together all right. But she's been in this world a little longer than some of these people. She dates back to when Thin Bloods were really just kind of becoming a known thing. And then finally Maeve's car pulls back up. You see Jolene get out with, clearly still wet hair, stuffed in a beanie. The blood's gone. She's in different clothes.
Oh, well, you look better.
Yeah, we stopped for a snack. I'm gonna have to redo my supplies now, but we have a snack.
Well, it's better than you bleeding all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, we
Takes
have...
the trunk, folds it, puts it in the trunk.
The Thin Bloods hearing this conversation. You hear one of them whisper, "So she does really bleed like Jesus?"
Oh, good grief.
I thought Mary was
Slam
off
the
the
trunk.
rocker, but
Was it Mary or was it another? I think we didn't call her Mary. We called her Becky.
you're right. I think I got the name.
Yeah, the super religious one.
Yeah. Because I thought Mary was two on the nose. You're right. It was
Yeah,
that was
changed it
Becky.
to Becky. Oh my God, Becky.
There was a Mary, I think, but yeah, she was somebody else. Okay. Well, in slight retcon, it was Becky out of this group that got taken.
Okay.
But I'm
Well,
sure wherever she's at, she's got faith that Jolene will swoop in and save her.
Well, from the looks of things, Becky disappeared from this group.
I'm sure we'll figure it out. Well, hear anything about the other ones?
I sent Blackjack and Alexander to one, and Abla was on her way to the other. So we'll find out.
Who was the person touching them and people going down?
That's a good question.
Looks over at me.
It was some blonde chick. I I don't know her, but then I don't know a lot of I don't know a lot of the kindred in the city.
Blonde chick. What was she dressed like?
Like she had a thing for the '60s.
All the coterie looks at each other with Kill Bill sirens.
Oh god, that was
Right.
playing yesterday too when we were leaving work.
That noise actually comes from the beginning of the old TV show Ironside.
Right, so the Anarchs are potentially involved as well. Alright then.
Wait, she's an Anarch?
The person that she knocked out, was it one of us or one of them?
Oh no, it was one of the guys trying to take us.
What did she do with him?
Well, they'd have gotten Thomas over there. She points to like this, kind of youngish looking teenager. It was the guy that had her. She just kind of walked up and did this little number on the side of his head. And he went thump.
Wrong person.
Mystery for another time.
Mystery for another time.
But she got us to our cars and told us to not to go anywhere they'd expect. I mean, which I guess the domain was probably somewhere they'd expect. But I figured if anybody tried to pull up here, we could just hop on the road and up over the hill into oh crap, what is
Into
it?
the Rat Pack's territory?
Over into Big Cove. She's like, well, we'd stay a little north of them, but
Yeah.
but we're kind of tucked away in a corner here, so I was hoping they just wouldn't notice us. Of course, if they're tracking us some kind of way, I mean, who knows?
And night's only so long. Gonna have to find somewhere to bed down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not everybody here can handle the sun like me and you can. I mean, my car's got a trunk. We can probably fit two of them in there uncomfortably, but
Y'all gonna have to start liking each other a whole lot real quick. Boss, where should we put him?
That's a good question.
Because I have a feeling in a kind of Elysium, they like y'all. They ain't too keen on us.
It's true.
Is that about when Blackjack and Alexander roll up?
Yeah, it can be.
Well, I would have asked Alexander what he found before we got there.
Mm-hmm.
During the drive.
Yeah. So that Duba can remind Jeremy what he found. So like disassociated for a minute there.
Oh yeah, no, he would happily like retail or told Blackjack that simply there was a kicked-in door, some dents in the wall, and one of the officers bagged a little notepad that had a phone number on it that had BB. And when he went to check the number, it was already in his phone.
Okay, that's what I thought I found. Yes, that's it.
So yeah.
All right, so y'all pull
And
up. Everybody's
And the
standing around.
person from the hotel that worked there that ran out into the darkness.
Oh yeah, don't forget that.
Ah yes.
Park, just like park off to the side. Mission accomplished.
So yeah, there's now 3 cars sitting here and a motorcycle.
Not at all obvious.
Well, you're kind of to one side, and there's not a lot of homes facing the front of this thing. So
There isn't at all, actually.
yeah, I'm trying to remember what was on this. I think it was all businesses that tend to face.
It's a bank on the other side.
That's right.
Howdy,
I knew
y'all.
it was something big.
Yeah, that's the only thing on the other end is just the bank. So
So unless like say a police officer was taking Cecil Ashburn up and over the hill over into the Bay Area or the Bay Cove area. It's not gonna get a whole lot of traffic this time of night.
Yeah.
Howdy, everybody.
Hello.
Mission accomplished, I suppose. Alexander, if you would.
Right. As I had discovered in my investigation, there was a wee bit of a struggle, unfortunately. The struggle being that a door was found kicked in and a few dents in the wall, assuming someone actually put up a fight. I'm not sure who, didn't really catch names, they weren't really talking too much about that. However, the one downside, I'm afraid, is the notice of some evidence that was put away. It was a, standard bad they tend to keep in hotels, at least that I'm aware of. I think they do. Anyway. So, the number on there was initial BB, and later on, when I was on my way back to meet up with Blackjack, and I checked the number, it was already saved into my phone. Now
they wrote my number
Bree
down. That was dumb.
Yeah, he kind of gives her that look like.
Look, I haven't given every thin blood in town my number. That group was mostly folks I didn't know, so I gave one of them. I didn't know they'd write it down. Why did they at least have it in their pocket?
On top of that, there was one other suspicious notion. Supposedly, a staff member of the hotel ended up fleeing for some reason.
Do we know anyone that might work there?
Me personally, no. Didn't know if it might have been a fellow thin blood or possibly just a random coincidence.
Yeah, Briebrie's like, I don't recall anybody saying they knew anybody that worked there. I mean, Eddie would know for sure. He's the one that kind of knows everybody.
It's a possibility that there might be someone who was after the Thin Bloods who fled. Perhaps a jig was up for them.
Staying is a little less suspicious than running, though. At least finish your shift.
Says the person walking out of Waffle House.
The
Well, kind of
part-
for you, I
all of
suppose.
my
Part
shifts.
that concerns me is that the second that you all were moved to these motels, they knew exactly where each one of you were.
Same night's pretty damn quick.
Well, that I'm not arguing. It is suspicious all the way around, but not quite sure what we can do to alleviate that.
Did y'all notice like anyone following you or anything like that?
Briebrie's like, we kept a pretty close eye out for that. I mean, it's not like any of us are professional spies or anything, but
Paranoia is a strong.
we've had some practice hiding from folks though. I basically set up, made sure we set it up so each group had like one contact person. And there were a couple people that would have already had my number, but so yeah, I don't know. I mean, if there's some kind of devil worshippers, do they do magic like like the doctor here, or?
Yes, they do.
Have you got anything like weird in your pockets? I know it's a stupid question, but aside from like phones or.
Everybody kind of looks at this one guy in the group. He's like, yeah, kind of. I mean, I got, alchemy supplies. I keep certain stuff on me.
But that's everything you made.
Oh yeah. I don't have. He actually just starts checking all of his pockets and these little pouches on his belt.
Thoughts and understanding, like, I feel that.
But he's like, no, I don't. Nothing. I'm not seeing anything that doesn't belong.
I see.
About this time, you get a call from Abla.
One moment. Yes?
We've checked out the hotel, Samuel. So this was the Grand Palace Inn. Witnesses saw some people kicking the door. One gentleman tried to intervene, and one of the assailants must have said something very scary to him, because he changed his mind and ran and hid. The police found him when they got here and calmed him down. He doesn't seem to know exactly what it was that made him so afraid. The police are going with the idea that, likely is not one of them flashed a gun at him or something. There was some gunfire here, so that's a perfectly reasonable explanation.
Right. Well, we have one here that a lot of people are missing, and we had someone who just immediately ran the second things stopped, the second they came in.
Mm-hmm.
As for the group I have with me, only one of them is missing.
Witnesses here say one of the people that were being pulled out managed to slip loose and was they're pretty sure was shot, but still managed to run off. Bruce and Anya are trying to see if they can help track this fella down.
Right.
But he was one of the people staying in the hotel. But the rest of them got hauled off into a van, apparently.
Well, that seems to be standard fare.
At least one of them was apparently stabbed in the chest. Or, let's see. Yeah, she'd say stabbed in the chest. They're assuming he was dead because he was apparently just dead weight they drug off.
Right.
From what we've gathered, the police have got APBs out for the vans, but they're pretty generic panel vans,
What was the woman's name who disappeared from this group?
Becky.
Becky. One moment. You said Becky was taken, correct?
Briebrie nods her head. Yes.
Can you meet me back at the King's Inn off Memorial Parkway?
Sure. I can pull that up on my phone. I shouldn't be in trouble finding it. Especially not if it's one of the ones just off the parkway.
There's something I'd like to try.
Okay. Well, we will. Well, actually, the two warriors are off doing something. She said, "I'll head that way."
Right.
Informato already.
Right. Is any of this triggering some kind of premonition from everything happening?
Yes. you get a brief flash. Basically, as you're hanging up the floor, hanging up the phone, you're still wondering how they.
Just rip up some concrete, put it on the wall.
I said floor, not ground. That's different. You're still wondering how they managed to track them so quickly. And you get a flash. It's inside a vehicle, probably a van.
Mm-hmm.
You have someone you're seeing it like you're sitting between the driver's seat and the passenger seat, like you're behind them.
Right.
The person in the passenger seat just keeps pointing. Take this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Looking out the window, you recognize that they are driving through your domain. They're on Carl T. Jones, which for the rest of you is that diagonal road that basically cuts your domain in half. It's kind of the biggest road.
Right.
You hear a voice behind you, kind of sounding over-eager, like somebody really kind of fishing for praise.
Mm-hmm.
So you know where they're at? I did pretty good. There's a sigh from the front seat. Yes. You did what you were supposed to do. You saw what vehicle they got into. You planted the stone on it before they got away. And you weren't seen doing it. Yes, you did fine. At this red light, turn left. And you realize that they are coming up on the intersection where Carl T. Jones and Cecil Ashburn meet.
Right. He comes out. You all hide as he looks to the Thin Bloods. The rest of you prepare for battle.
Activate prowess.
Just hide here, or should we take off?
They stoned your car. They're tracking it here.
They stoned your car. What? They're tracking you. Oh.
Dude, they stoned the car.
I'm getting good at my rust checks today.
Briebrie's like, everybody, let's just head up the hill. In the woods, head up the hill.
They're tracking the vehicles, so you should be fine. Apparently, one of your own kind did it. As far as I know.
Thin Blood did this?
I have no conducive proof, as he's looking to see where they're turning. But whomever was talking to them seemed very eager for praise.
Like I said, you heard the voice from like behind where you feel like you were sitting in the car. So
I was gonna say, was the voice familiar?
It was somebody. It was not. It sounded like it was somebody else in the van, but it was not familiar.
It's not a familiar voice. But
it sounded, masculine, but
he'll shoot off a quick text to Obla. Things changing again. They track the vehicle where I'm at, and he'll give the address of the place at Cecil Ashburn where they're at.
Blackjack probably would have offered the buggy, depending on how many people are actually there.
5.
There's 5 of them, so they wouldn't necessarily be super comfortable in a bug, but I don't know. 3 in the back seat would probably be okay-ish.
Yeah. Here, y'all can use this if y'all want. I'll find another way home.
Briebrie tosses you the keys to whatever car they were driving. Well, if y'all find where the stony is, if you get the tracker off of it, we can swap back later.
Cool. Godspeed.
One Thin Blood's like, I don't know that he's got much to do with us.
Anyway, activated prowess. I'm good on my rouse check.
So they load up in the bug and they take off on Cecil Ashburn, kind of going up over the hill.
All right.
About this time, you see two vans pull up to that stoplight.
I hide and surprise him.
The light's red for them. They, of course, there's nobody else around though, so they ignore that.
Yeah. Everyone hide.
Oh, I'm gonna hide behind the car.
And I'm
And then hit them with it.
Yeah.
Maeve is going to do feral weapons. Okay,
All right, that'll be a rouse check.
My God.
I'm good.
Yep, you're good. You are eager for your beast is eager for combat. Pops those.
Yes.
All right. Jolene pulls out like the two potions she like grabbed from the fridge and is like, "Yeah, y'all can just yell at me later for this."
I will.
Oh, hey, she's all right.
Hey.
Hey.
Which two did you take?
Body and prowess.
Okay.
She had 2 of each of those. She's down to like next to no potions now. She's gonna be spending a lot of time crafting after this whole adventure.
I can imagine.
Just hanging out. Be like, I'm sorry, we can't have any adventures. My nights are full.
Like Stone Cold.
Yeah. What it sounded like.
All right, so y'all are any of y'all standing out in the open, or y'all all taking cover somewhere?
I don't know. I'm behind it. What the plain sight? No. He said hide, so he would have hid behind the car.
Okay, so you step behind Maeve's car.
No, behind the Thin Blood's car.
Okay.
Like a wall, like a corner, they can kind of duck around.
So
Trees, maybe.
Yes.
imagine that this is the
Visual aid, guys.
yes, visual aid, as sucky as it is. This is the front of the building. You've got a little bit of parking place. It's not a huge parking lot if I recall right. The Thin Bloods were kind of parked over on the far side of the building.
Yeah.
You
Samuel's
guys,
wheel his bike behind the building.
all right.
This business is closed, right?
Yes, everything here is
Night,
closed.
absolutely, yeah.
I just want to make sure.
And
I don't know if I need to, like, egg gelatos.
Maeve could have pulled her car around, or just pulled into a parking spot.
Yeah. But she's gonna look at Sam and be like, "Have you called the prince? The sheriff?"
He kept meaning to.
Yeah, he's while they're at the red light, he's going to send a call to the sheriff since he does have the sheriff's number from that previous nonsense. He's going to do a quick call to the sheriff.
He answers on the second ring. Doctor, so good of you to call. Do you have any idea why there's so much excitement in town tonight?
Yes, I do, and we're still stuck in the middle of it. Seems the friends that your boss told us to keep an eye out decided, hey, it'd be a fun night to go for a party.
Do you know where they happen to be partying at?
Hey, funny story about that. We're about to give them a surprise party for their party. Would you like to meet us?
Sure. Me and some of the boys could roll out for a party. Where you at?
Awesome. We're by that Mellow Yellow on Cecil Ashburn.
Mellow Yellow.
Mellow mushroom.
Mellow Mushroom. As I'm drinking a Mellow Yellow. See where my brain went. No, Mellow Mushroom.
Product placement.
Yeah.
Mellow Mushroom. You hear somebody whispering. Okay. One of the boys knows where that's at. All right.
Well, they're currently at the red light at the intersection before they head this way. So.
Oh, well. The fun may be over by the time we get there, but we are on our way.
Thank you. My good friend Abla might be joining us too in the future. It's been a joint party between our families for a counter surprise party, as it were.
All right.
This is some flash mob shit.
Basically.
Vampire flash mob.
Yeah, that's basically what this is. Just vampire flash mobs. Just like, sup.
So yeah, like I said, when they get to the red light, they don't stop. They turn.
Mm-hmm.
They're going kind of slow because you're pretty sure this is the same ritual you use, so he knows the distance and kind of where they're at.
Yeah.
So both vans pull into the parking lot. Okay, Blackjack is behind the Thin Blood's car. Samuel, where is Samuel at?
Samuel is back behind the building, sort of like looking around the corner where he kept his bike. He's keeping his enhanced senses active, but he does now have a hand in his coat with the foil wrapped coal in his hand, ready to just crush it.
Where is Maeve at?
She's gonna be with Blackjack behind
the car. Okay.
Blood's car. Yeah.
So you're behind the building with Samuel. I mean, not that you all aren't close together, because you are. Alexander, your abilities give you a little more leeway in where you could be stashed.
Standing straight there, like.
Just standing there, like.
Is anybody else suddenly hearing a slight echo every now and then?
Every now and again.
Okay, yeah. It's
It
not
isn't like.
But
No?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
So we can all hear each other.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not hearing the echo now, so I don't know what it was.
Oh.
Who knows?
Freaking Bali.
Clearly.
Let's
Freaking
blame them. Yeah, it's like
As we're about to body bag them, yes.
it's about the body bag. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So where is Alexander hiding at?
I mean, to be fair, he's gonna probably be closer to Samuel and Jolene, but he ain't gonna worry about hiding behind a building or hiding behind the building. He might just be taking cover elsewhere to have a different vantage point, just to maybe get a different view. Much like how the stream is having a wonderful new view tonight. Gotta love animals.
My cat just wanted to be like, Mom, I'm gonna be in your way. Is that okay?
I'm this close
Pay
to
attention to
I'm,
me!
I'm this close to eating the car, y'all.
But even if I were to put her down, she jumps back up on my desk and is adorable right now. God, I wish I could show you this.
For a complete stop.
Well, I mean, at least this go around we can actually see you. She's actually gotten low enough to where.
But she wants to sleep, so I'm gonna take a picture of her.
All right. So they pull into the parking lot. One of them pulls up far enough that it's past the edge of the building, kind of the lead van. You hear you hear the sliding doors open. People get out.
I hear the sliding doors. I'm just looking at me. Hey, you ready?
She gives a nod. She doesn't say
I
anything.
throw the
just
car at the
nods.
van.
Oh goddamn.
Okay. Are you strong enough to pick up a car?
I have potence 3. I have strength 3. I'm ready to go.
So that gives him
Just
strength
wanna eat
6.
I have
car.
potence 2. I have potence 2, strength 3.
So
Okay.
that gives him 5.
You've been itching to do this for a hot minute, haven't you, boss?
I get the feeling he was,
I crave violence.
more or less.
He just craves throwing vehicles at people.
I asked Maeve if she was ready.
I mean, yeah, you did.
I have 3 in brawl. I have 3 in strength. I have 2 in potence. I'm juiced.
All right.
So you have lethal body and prowess. Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
If it comes to it, I will push the car into them. Like, we'll see how it goes.
How much do you have in strength?
3.
Oh, okay. That means Maeve and Blackjack just at the same strength.
Yeah.
You're just one more than me. Samuel has 2.
I have 4 dots in stamina.
I have 3 in stamina, but I have 4 in dex.
All right. Do you have prowess?
I have prowess. I activated it earlier.
When activated, add the potence rating to the user's unarmed damage value as well as feats of strength.
Uh-huh.
So he has 5 points of strength.
Technically 5 strength right now.
Uh,
Effectively 5 strength.
Me opening the PDF because I want to see what the hell this thing counts 5 dots of strength as in the PDF. I just
Punch God.
I just want to. Yeah, it's like I'm sitting here. I just want to see what it says.
Physical creation or strength. You're 5 dots.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like break open a metal fire door, tear open a chain link fence, snap open a chained gate. 250 kilograms, motorcycle, piano.
All right. So you can
not quite a car.
However, if he made another rouse check to rouse his blood to up his strength.
Ooh.
Let's see, what is your blood potence?
The potence is 1, I believe.
All right, so that would only raise the strength by 1, but that would get you to a 6.
I'll do it if that's what it takes.
So I could see that going. I could see that going from motorcycle to small car in the next step.
Thing is, though, it says on 4 an empty dumpster.
Well, an empty dumpster's not going to weigh what a car weighs because you ain't got an engine block and all that stuff.
Yeah, but it weighs more than a motorcycle, probably, right?
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, so that's weird how it goes from an empty dumpster that weighs more than a motorcycle.
I mean, it also has a piano, but...
There's no way a piano is heavier than a dumpster.
Yeah. I mean, maybe one of those big-ass church organs, but...
Alright.
I vote storyteller discretion!
I also vote storyteller discretion. I'll roll for it if you want me to.
I'm going to say that you definitely need to rouse the blood to jack your strength up in addition to the prowess and stuff.
Absolutely.
If you get up to a 6, you can take.
I'm finally hungrier. I finally failed the hunger check, but I'll do it.
All right.
Fine.
All right. So, order of initiative, and we are using the fairly simplistic combat or conflict. So let's see.
Rap has Dex 4 and then Celerity, I believe.
I do.
Well, basically, we handle people that are already in physical combat would go first. Nobody's in physical combat yet.
Well,
then it goes range, and then it goes people that are in a position where they can move up and then pop somebody.
Gotcha. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. Cool.
Well, like I said, you've got in the book on like 125, you've got kind of the simplistic. The simpler, and then you've got a more complex combat system further in. It's got more of a rolling for initiative and stuff, I think.
So would I be the ranged combatant here?
In this instance, yes.
There's like a pole arm.
Now I'm picturing this much less.
It's much less this. It's more like just like throwing it towards the van.
I'm picturing it more as you don't heft the thing up over your head and then chunk it. You kind of grab up under not just the bumper. You know enough about cars, and the bumper would just come right off. So you up and under get the frame from behind, and then you just kind of flip it up into the air, so it kind of goes.
Yeah.
You kind of arc it into them.
It's like a caber. It's a caber toss more than anything.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way to describe it.
3, 2. I'll be like, all right, Maeve, I'm throwing this thing. 3, 2,
okay.
1.
So anyway, you see the front 2 doors as the guys get out. The driver's like, did they abandon the car? They may be hiding in one of the storefronts. Another guy's gotten out of the side door and stepped up to him. One of them's like, wait, is there somebody behind the car? And then you get to roll your.
What am I rolling?
All right, it's going to be strength because it's taking you some effort to do this. Let's see here.
Oh, I'm fighting the car.
Athletics, maybe?
Maybe athletics.
I'm thinking athletics. I'm looking to make sure, because I want to say in the older version you had a throw skill, but I think that's probably athletics now.
We don't have any throw.
I don't have a throw skill now.
Yeah, throw does not exist.
A lot of that kind of stuff got squeezed in athletics. So yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So give me a strength athletics.
Athletics.
So that's 6 die. Don't forget that your strength is currently 6.
Strength is 6, so that's 3 more die. Cool. 4 successes.
All right. They are, of course.
They're saying, going, we're here to hunt thin bloods. Suddenly, full-blooded vampires. Just like, sup?
They can't really resist it if they don't know what's going on.
I am going to let the one that thought he saw somebody behind the car make a check to get out of the way. The other two are going to count as surprised.
Sure.
They're behind the building. Jolene's like, you hear that voice again? He's mad.
Right.
Who's yours?
But whoever was telling him, or whoever stoned the car.
And Samuel, the guy going, because you got the enhanced stuff going. Mm-hmm. Hey, is there somebody behind the car? That does sound like the same voice. Yeah, that was going, did I do good?
Yeah, is it somebody who is in the way of the car?
Yes.
Yes, but it's the somebody that thought he spotted him, so he gets to actually make a check to get out of the way.
Well, I do believe Blackjack just threw a car at him.
Seems like a blackjack thing to do.
It is a Blackjack thing to do.
Let's see. And you got 4 successes. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. 4 successes for car flinging.
Extreme caber toss.
Extreme caber toss, yeah.
Briebrie is gonna be pissed.
Okay, so he got 4 successes to dodge. Oh no, excuse me, because he rolled 2 10s, so that's actually 4 or 5. That's 6 successes.
Okay.
Unfortunately for him, one of those 10s was his hunger dice.
Ooh.
We're just playing.
Too bad he wasn't one of the stouter ones. Then I could have that Dragon Ball Z moment where your massive attack, and he just slaps it out of the way.
Real quick, Jolene recognized the face before the car gets thrown at him.
Is she like Scooby-Dooing around the corner? Or was she waiting to hear something go down for her?
The voice too, because she.
No, she does not recognize the voice.
Okay. Fuck it, she's gonna Scooby-Doo around the corner. If Samuel said he recognized the voice.
Oh, he did.
Probably just in time to see the car like land.
You're kind of doing this little number around the corner, and then you see Blackjack. What is Blackjack doing to that? Hope that wasn't Briebrie's car.
That was Briebrie's car, probably.
Yeah.
She gave him the keys, so.
Mm-hmm.
I can just see the conversation
Give
later.
her a raise.
I'm keeping the bug.
It's fine.
When I said we could swap back, that was if you got it back to me in working condition.
Just dragging it behind, like upside down.
Alright, so you flip the car. I have to figure out the damage for that. Well, we'll go with 4 because you basically got 4 successes and they need a chance to dodge, so that's 4 on each of them.
Car considered aggravated damage.
Not unless I blow it up.
Yeah, I would say not unless he blew it up. Now let's see. The one that got the bestial critical. How would that?
Tries to take it on head on. Apply directly to the forehead.
That's what I think,
something
like...
bad happens, or something that was potentially a masquerade breach or he could take a hit to his. He could take a stain.
The way I kind of like pictured it is like we're like almost playing tug of war, and I'm still gaining on him, but he's not taking damage. But the other people behind him, as I like push it into the van.
I don't know. I really like the flip idea.
I like it too.
Yeah.
But, like, if he's able to defend
I mean-
he's doing something.
Maybe if he's my idea is maybe because he's looking for praise, he would try to protect one of them, but failed anyway.
You know, we'll go with that. We'll just count it as a failure because I can't think of a good way that this would go particularly bad for him.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
So, yeah,
brutal
he
criticals aren't necessarily bad. It's just that it's the beast doing the critical instead of him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the trick. There's something negative that happens, or like with like awareness checks,
Yeah.
it would just count as a failure. And I can't think of any stain this would put on him, or there's nobody around, so there won't be a masquerade breach.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, he steps forward and tries to catch the car, and
Me.
I mean he lines up perfectly and he's braced, but it does not work very well for him.
Yeah. Yeah, Blackjack just hit him with the car.
You hear, and of course, you know, it hits all three of them. It hits the front of the van. So, you know, you got the van here, and you got the car kind of...
Does it lodge itself in a way where they would have extreme difficulty backing up?
Yes, because it hit the roof of the van, so it shattered the front windshield and kind of squished that down.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Never been so mad you hit it.
You know, then it kind of, you know, mostly slides off, but
Yeah.
nobody's driving that van anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, if you got in and hit the gas, it might go, but you couldn't see where you were going, and you probably couldn't get the side doors open at this point.
Alright, which one of you wants to go first? And then we'll go for someone else.
So that's what Blackjack did. What are the rest of y'all doing? And you hear some swearing from around the corner. Because, you know, the guys getting out of the other van don't see, you know. All they saw was everybody go, hey, is there somebody?
So is the other van, like, pulled in and people are piling out?
Yes, but it's actually in front of the building. So you can't see anybody there. Just the front one had pulled up past the edge of the building where all y'all could see it.
Mm-hmm. Samuel, seeing this, he's actually going to crush the coal. And no, he's keeping it reined in, but like for who I think it's just Jolene with him, right?
Jolene, I think Alexander is nearby.
Alexander is kind of back there. He may not be hiding behind the building, but he's kind of back.
Yeah.
I'm kind of back there with you guys.
Yeah, his brown eyes start to smolder a little, like orange flecks in the color of his irises, and there might be small little smoldering embers starting to light up along his clothing.
So your eyes sparkle like little embers are just floating down inside him.
Very fire ganassi.
And until he just lets loose, but yeah, he's reining it in right now, but he has released the ritual. So it's in full effect. He's waiting to see how many people are in the other vehicle.
All right. Are you gonna round the corner, or are you waiting for them to come around?
He's keeping an ear out to see if he can hear the other vehicle's doors opening and people getting out.
You heard both sets of doors open at the same time. Everybody was piling out of all the vehicles.
From the other van?
Yeah, with your enhanced, yeah, you could hear that it was two sets like the sliding doors.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what I was listening at. So yeah, so he'll round the corner as the smoldering turns into fire that's starting to lick off of his body. As he just stares at them, is like, "Did you really think you were going to get away with this?"
One of the guys is like, "Holy crap! I didn't think any of the rest of them could do fire."
And he just snaps his fingers as he's going to attack with Lure of Flames
All
to
right.
the guy that just spoke.
All right. What does he roll to resist that?
That is a wonderful question. Because that's not on the thing.
Going Full Metal Alchemist snap fire.
Basically.
All right, Roy Mustang.
Yeah.
Let's see. I know I've got it in the chat here. Ah, there we are.
Oh, is it two?
All right.
Oh, it's two of them.
Oh.
All right. You treat it as a ranged weapon using your resolve and blood sorcery.
Jeez, hasn't noticed yet.
Let's see. So if it's a ranged weapon, so they would use their regular kind of dodge to.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so that is 7 successes.
I see a 4 and a 1. All I see is a 4 and a 1.
Technically 8 because of the. Actually, it's technically and it does additional damage because this is a critical.
Well, the damage is based off your successes, so that's why the criticals.
Yeah, but it's but
dice.
because I rolled the critical, it does extra damage.
All right, so he got 2 successes.
So he just took
7 points at least, or 7
So-
minus the 2, so 5. That's 5 at least.
So he takes 6 because I think you said a critical adds an extra +1 to the damage.
Oh yes, on a critical win, it inflicts 1 + 1 weapon damage. You're right. All right, so that is.
He just took 6 aggravated damage.
And that's a lot of aggravated damage.
Yep.
How much aggravated
it's
damage
fire.
can he take?
Yeah, that's also fire. So how many terror frenzy rolls are we about to have to do?
Including the coterie.
Alright.
Not all the coterie, because you and Alexander are still kind of behind the building. It'll just be
Maybe
Blackjack and Maeve.
Blackjack, Maeve, yeah. Depending on how close we are to the van.
Close
Because
enough
we
to throw a car at it.
If we paper tossed and it like did a loop in the air, we're probably not that close to them. If it had enough hang time to get like a loop going, we're probably not that close.
Alright, and that guy was one of the younger ones, so. Ah, there he is. Ooh. He goes up like a Roman candle. He manages to go, ah! And then it cuts off and he just falls over. He had 6 health.
So, who's next?
Well, first, let them make their.
Terror frenzy checks going on right now.
Does Maeve and Blackjack also make the roll or no? Because we're not that close.
Samuel ran past y'all and around and basically stepped around the building, so he's hitting somebody in the front of the building. You two haven't got around there yet, so you actually don't see. You see the fire flip around his hands or whatever, but that's not enough to trigger it.
Okay.
Alright, so they've got a difficulty 2, and I believe they roll their will for this.
It's
Yes.
terror frenzy. So it's will plus humanity. Also, would it be a difficulty 2?
Well, that's the same as a bonfire.
Yeah. The reason why I'm asking because he did just final death one of them.
That's true. Friend killed is also a 2 difficulty. We'll make it a 3 difficulty.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll. Wow. And you said and humanity?
Yeah. Well, that's how it for like the dice roll that we do anyway. That's how it calculates. We hit frenzy. The 2 input values are willpower and humanity. Oh, hold on.
That seems like it'd be getting an awfully big, potentially awfully big dice pool.
I think it's just willpower.
Yes. Well, how
when-
it did it? It's
Because when me and Alexander rolled
not sure what
in
the-
that fight,
Yeah, let me check the PDF thing because I'm not sure what the calculation they're doing, at least on the thing there.
It looks like some weird division. and I don't
Yeah,
like it. I don't
that's
like
why I'm sitting here going. I don't think it's that much.
All right, Terror Frenzy. Danger causes. Beast must preserve. Rush check.
I think it's the frenzy and the hunger you have at the time. Because I had 6 dice I rolled, and I only have 4 will, and 2 hunger, even at that time.
I feel like it's something weird, like your willpower minus your hunger or something.
Added to your hunger.
Frenzy.
Doesn't really help.
Alright, to resist a frenzy, the vampire rolls willpower against a difficulty set by the storyteller based on the level of provocation. Vampires add dice equal to 1/3 their humanity to their willpower pool.
Alright.
Alright.
What is it, my mini-man?
Right, that would explain why I only have 7 dice, because my humanity's 6, so it's just 2 added to my willpower of 5.
Okay.
That explains it. Okay.
I hate that. I hate math.
Is what it is.
Yeah, I'm curious as to why they would have added the humanity thing, but all right. All right. Yep, there's 2 10s and a couple of 9s. All right, so one of the guys easily makes it, and then the other one rolls slightly less dice. And he looks freaked out. You see his eyes widen, and he jumps away, and for a second you think he's going to break and run, but then he doesn't. Listen, everybody got knocked down by the car is otherwise occupied.
Yeah.
Occupied by car.
The one that just seems completely unfazed by it responds by throwing his hand back, and an orb of green flame appears in it, and he hurls it at you.
Okay.
I got the page marked for that.
It's a battle.
Alright, so it's going to
Sammy, use Fire Blast.
Ooh, it's super effective.
I'm assuming that's a Pokemon thing.
Critical hit.
Yeah.
This one's using like Ember. Or like, Ember.
Alright, so need a Dex Athletics from you, Samuel.
Okay.
Oh, that kind of sucks. See, I thought it was better than that. That's his.
That also sucks.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
a dice 2
Oh
for
no,
you. Okay.
Dad.
All right, so we got
Yeah.
3 successes.
I got 1.
You take 2 aggravated then,
Okay.
and of course it's fire, so I'll need a check out of you.
Samuel, stop standing in the line of fire.
Yeah. My dice.
It's
Okay, well, being burned is a 2 difficulty.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that. Wait, you can't with Frenzy, can you? Yeah, you can't re-roll that.
Just nuclear warhead.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I should have just willpower re-rolled the other one.
Oh well.
Oh well.
and let's see, how long do Terror Frenzies take? Do they last for the scene? Yeah.
And he's on fire, so none of us can really calm him down.
Vampire flees the source of the danger without regard to anyone or anything in their way. The terror frenzy ends when the vampire can no longer perceive any danger or when the scene ends.
Would it make sense for him to try and run back around the corner to get away?
Or you could head across the road towards the bank.
That'd be running through them, though.
Because, front of the buildings, you're here, or you're here, they're back here. You could also, you may just turn about face and head straight, up the little hill and across the Mellow Mushroom parking lot.
Through the building.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
So, yeah, y'all see, well, his flames covered him. I don't guess you could tell the difference. So you see him on fire go running. Terror on his face as he runs past Blackjack and Maeve.
What's going on?
You hear one of the guys around front laughing.
Oh hell no.
Jolene's found a new target.
Well, her target's still alive. He's digging his way out from under the car.
No, but if she heard the guy in the front laughing and then saw fireball going that way.
Well, he doesn't look any more on fire, really, than he did when he ran to the corner, other than some of his clothes are scorched, and he's obviously been burned. His thing envelops them in flame if they fail. This is like somebody just chunked fire at him. Pew! So, let's see. That was him running around the corner. So, Maeve, what are you doing? You were right there next to Blackjack, so... You can go first because you'd be closer to him than Jolene or Alexander.
Yeah. She's just going to be like, alright. And... So do I have to go around to go attack them?
Well, you were hiding behind the car, which has now been flipped out of the way. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to round the corner at whoever just sent Samuel running, yeah, you'd run around the corner at him. You've also got 3 people that the car hit that are in varied states of,
Agony.
Well, they look like bowling pins that have just been hit. They kind of got knocked all over the place and they're picking themselves up.
I would tell Maeve if it came to it, like, hey, go handle whatever's that. I got these chuckleheads.
You want me to go handle more fire?
If you won't, I'm not telling you what to do.
You go play with the fire. You're used to that now, right?
You go take care of the guys that just sent the oldest member of the coterie running for the hills. Literally up the hill.
You said you're the second oldest. Sure to go. No.
You're next.
Can you see the gas canister from the car? That's on the that came with the car, like since.
Yeah, the car's upside down, so you can see where the gas tank is.
How far are we from that?
Oh shit.
Oh, 20, 30 feet probably. Oh no, it'd be a little more than that. 40, 50 feet.
Okay, well, she's gonna try to shoot at the gas canister.
Okay.
She does have a gun.
Oh,
you
shit.
want to play with fire? We're gonna make fire.
I think that's a higher terror frenzy check than a bonfire.
Actively making something to make us take a frenzy check. Shoot it, and then all of us run screaming.
Masquerade? What's the masquerade?
I mean, is it truly a masquerade? Sometimes cars catch on fire.
After they're
You
thrown
crash and
down on a vehicle.
boom. Could happen. Car catches on fire when it's been flipped a couple of times and it lands on the top of the car,
Usually it's being driven when it flips, though.
Clearly they ran to the corner getting around that building too fast.
Oh,
Give me a shot.
The car's gonna
What am I doing? Firearms and what?
We'll go firearms and decks.
Oh boy.
I'm probably going to do great,
burn
but
us.
fine.
Well, it's an immobile target, and
successes.
3.
You know, the gas tank is probably smaller than a person, but not by a whole lot.
3 successes. Oh man.
3 successes will do it.
Oh shit.
Uh,
It's like Grand Theft Auto.
I can just imagine the talking to we're gonna get after this.
I'm not sure how cars would necessarily react to this in the real world, so we're gonna go with what I've seen in movies.
I mean, would it? It would make a hole, but would it spark?
I mean,
High
that
velocity round going into gasoline, it would absolutely spark.
It would certainly have the chance to.
Yeah.
And you know, with 3 successes, I'm gonna let it.
Hope the sheriff is able to find us. Oh.
All right, where did they say that mellow mushroom delivered? I bet you that's it.
Mellow mushroom cloud.
Gonna do my terror frenzy check in advance.
Yeah.
There is a whoosh. Let me see how much of an explosion there really is just right away.
Frenzy roll, right?
My humanity is fine.
You're far enough away
Yes.
that you don't have to make the check if you don't get
Okay.
any closer necessarily.
Okay.
This round, there's some fire coming out, but it doesn't. You're seeing some flame and some smoke, but it hasn't actually gone. It hasn't done the full whoosh yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Oh yeah,
Wait.
that's coming, but the guys laying around it, you know, have seen enough fire. They're trying to get up faster now. Jolene, what are you doing?
How utterly fucked up do the guys that got the car yeeted at them look?
They look pretty scuffed, but they're
Out trying to leave the fire. That's starting.
yeah, they seem more concerned about the fire, but you really wouldn't say much more than scuffed, really, because this was superficial damage done to them, not aggravated. So you know, it got half.
Does she recognize the person that Samuel recognized the voice on?
No, you do not.
She don't care. She like makes eye contact with him, like, I'm coming for you next, and goes around the corner and just like run and like flying punch at the guy that tried to throw the fire.
Okay.
What do I roll when I have
Strength and brawl.
Strength. And adds 2 dice, I think.
And you took your
Yeah.
potence, the potion that gave
Well,
you
because it would be and we said that would work like using
the alchemy.
thin blood for potence, so it would give me 2 additional dice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, that's fine. This is fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
I gotta get a PDF reader with bookmarks. That's all there is to it.
And she is doing aggravated damage.
Alright, and that is on this guy. If it's the one out of potence, I believe it does aggravated damage to mortals.
Oh yeah, to mortals. Okay, never mind. Which has lethal body too. So it'd be
Lethal body allows you to deal full mundane damage.
okay, so it's superficial damage, but he's not halving it like you would normally.
Okay, yeah.
Which makes it as effective as somebody's claws or, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so he'll dodge with his dex.
Hell.
And his athletics. She doesn't have much of. He's more of a bookworm. 1 success.
Clunk.
Alright, so that's 2 more damage to him.
Is he looking? Can you knock him out? On a scale of 1 to 10. Or 6, or however many he has.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I wrote that damage down. Like you had hit one of the guys that had already been damaged. That's
No,
not
she
what
went
happened.
around the front of the building. Imagine the sheriff pulling up and Jolene's just out there beating face on this guy.
No, you popped him pretty good. You know, you catched it. You caught him in the face. A tooth went flying. Unlike Samuel, whose hands kind of stay on fire while he's got that power going into doing stuff. These guys, it's like they pop that sphere of fire, but once they throw it, it's out there. So.
God. Sorry, I'm just imagining somewhere while Jolene is beating the piss out of this one person, you just hear in the background, "The Queen deserves respect."
Off with his head.
Exactly.
Like a twist off.
I'm now picturing all the Thin Bloods have parked the bug up on top of the hill and are watching with binoculars. Oh, Jolene is just whipping that ass. All right. Who had Samuel going down in the first round? Pay up.
Oh, no.
The dice are a cruel mistress.
Yes,
They
yes,
really
they are.
are.
The dice are bastards. So we were all rooting for that.
Well, he took the person he hit it with went down and stayed there.
Yep.
That's a final death for you.
You die, and you die.
Oh,
I
just
guess you're
a-
Da 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 da.
Up far away enough with you. I speak it in English.
We're in the South. I don't know if you really do or not.
I speak of the kind of English.
You speak the English, but not that good.
I don't
All
speak
right.
very well.
Let's see. Is anybody not gone? Alexander.
Alexander hasn't gone yet.
Has Maeve gone?
I did. I
Yeah,
shot the.
she shot the tank.
Yeah.
The
Horrible idea.
truly big results of that will probably be next round.
I was about to say, yeah, she did the thing.
All right. What's Alexander doing?
Those are like shit.
I'm sitting here debating, is it really worth stating, oh, my gun is silenced? Because Samuel's already just gone ham and caused a pissing firestorm. Maeve's done shot a tank and caused a vehicle to
It hasn't
burst
exploded
into
yet, but it is on fire.
Well, it's on fire. And Blackjack yeeted the vehicle to begin with, so it's like, should I really care if my gun's silenced at this point?
Jones fell
But
like
it is.
Rotary. Nothing is subtle.
But it is 'cause
Subtlety
you're
is
not
our
talking.
middle name.
Tell you what,
Not is our first.
unfortunately, Alexander's still gonna be subtle. You're gonna hear a few shots from a silenced pistol.
Alexander's just back there like, ain't no one keeping
Are you
us
shooting one of the ones that are on the ground? Or are you going to round the corner and help Jolene with hers?
He'll assist Jolene. So he'll round the corner wherever he needs to go and just kind of
Okay.
help pop a few shots into that one.
All right, when you round the corner, there's the one Jolene has clearly just punched. There's another one standing close to that guy. Oh, he hasn't done anything around yet either.
It's fine. He doesn't need to. It's all good.
No.
He's just watching this like, damn.
Which is when the first guy starts going, get her off me, get her off me, get her off me.
She's trying to pull my eyes out.
She's trying to gank the mage. All right, so you round the corner, you see where she's punched somebody, and there's another person there. So you can take your shot at.
I'll give her some covering fire and shoot the other guy.
Okay, shoot the other guy. It'll be
It'll be
let's
a
see, nobody's up in your face, so we'll go with Dex firearms rather than composure. don't know why it's supposed to be composure anyway. But anyway. All right. This guy uses
fire. What?
What?
RNG just hates me today.
You are not rolling great, buddy.
At all.
Man, it's like the
Ooh.
silencer threw you off or something. I don't know.
I mean, I'll take a hit to willpower to re-roll this. What do I
Alright.
need to do?
Just
Oh,
hit
no.
that and reroll 3 dice.
The willpower re-roll button.
Yeah. You still. Damn. I think.
Damn!
That's
Over the window.
Jason's face.
that's I mean, that's awesome. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel a little sorry for you at the same time.
Awesome.
No, it's also for you, not the guy trying to help give her covering fire.
Man,
Like, she's got this. This is fine. I'm just gonna.
the way my players are rolling, you'd think I was paying roll 20 something.
Oh, you paying her 20, man.
Do it now.
First our fire mage goes out, then our sneak.
I could understand if, like, my hunger was stupid and I'm ready to go savage and it didn't matter what I do, I'm just going to go to pot. Nah, I'm still decently sane and it's just like, nah, fam. No.
No, you get excited, you pull the trigger too soon, and
Just,
you didn't properly line.
Just shooting a little far to the left.
Well, you're trying to line it up with the sights, and maybe the silencer got in the way. I don't know. People miss. It happens. So you run around the corner and you pop off a few shots, but it doesn't do anything but draw attention. Because it's not. They're still going to see the flash, even though it's fairly quiet.
Oh, I know. It's just the annoyance of, oh, I'm trying to be useful. Pops a few shots. Dice says no. Try to willpower. Dice still say no.
Dice
So
say
did you
no.
not hear me?
I rolled my willpower. Dice say, what did I just say?
That's like, bitch, sit down.
It's like, right, so where's my obfuscate button? I'm just going to hide.
All right, the guy behind our fire flinger.
Shame.
The guy Jolene punched is like, get her. The other guy's advancing. As he's running up on your Jolene, he's like, it's the redhead. We weren't supposed to mess with her. It doesn't matter now.
Oh, my.
All right, so he's got.
See me? Why, bitch?
Beat his ass. Beat his ass.
Fucking.
We need
fucking
thin blood
Johnny.
souls. You're a redhead. You have no soul.
Ow.
No.
Wow.
All right. So it's,
Get it right. It's
he runs up to
armor
punch you, so that's strength plus his brawl. And you can dodge this with Dex athletics, or you could try to kind of block it, kung fu him with a strength brawl.
I'm gonna do strength brawl because I get 2 dice with
Okay.
all that.
And doing it that way, if you win the roll, he'll take damage. Because like he runs up and y'all have a little exchange. However, he's pretty good at this.
Oh, not that good.
Oh, I forgot to add his potence though. Okay.
You added your potence, Joey? Alright.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to see it.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right, 2, 4, 6.
So, ma'am, can I, borrow at least one of your dice?
So that's 3,
I don't need
4.
all of them. I just need one.
Nice.
All right, so that is 2. All right, so that's 3, 4, 5 because of the extras you get for the crit.
Mm-hmm.
But he rolled 6.
Still only take one.
want to.
So you take one. You take 1 point. It's
Full point or a slash?
It's superficial, so that's just a slash. But you take the full amount. Clearly, he's got potence too. I mean, or potence as well. Let's see. With your brutal. You're probably, the rest of you can hear Jolene actually growling to some degree and kind of gnashing her teeth at him.
Staring teeth at him. Yeah.
It'd be a masquerade breach if there was a person around.
Just yelling like, "How you like getting your ass whipped by thin blood, bitch?"
And then the guy goes.
Sit down.
She talks a lot of shit for someone that gets beat up a lot.
That's great.
I got a buddy that does the same thing with video games. He'll talk mad crap and then lose to his son. It's hilarious.
Red shell on, or blue shell on Rainbow Road, man.
Yeah, this is usually Street Fighter. Let's see. Two of the driver, and the guy that Samuel had seen in the vision actually directing him. But they managed to get back to their feet. That's all they'll do this round, though. So now we start back over. Starting with Jolene, because she's already in physical combat. Well, starting with her and the guy she's in physical combat with.
The guy she's in physical combat with now, is it the bookworm, the guy that had the fireball, or the other guy?
The other guy. He's the one that ran up and started punching you.
She's gonna try and keep beating on him.
All right.
She's hoping like, okay, look, my coder's got my back. I'm good.
Okay. So basically, we're just gonna make this one roll because y'all are just exchanging licks. So whoever wins will be the one that does the damage. Make sure that
5?
Did I roll the
That's
right?
5. Oh, that's 4. Sorry.
4. It needs 2 10s.
Hunger.
Yeah. Ah. Scully, why?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, that's right. It seemed like a lot of dice, but that was right. All right.
I don't like that.
All right, so that is 5 successes for him.
So I take 2 damage.
Well, you got what, 3, 4?
Yep.
4, so you take
4.
1?
Oh, I take 1 damage.
Yeah, so you take 1 damage.
Superficial, right?
Yeah, it is superficial, but you don't get to half it. Where normally vampires would have superficial damage.
Vampiric resistance.
Yes, but he's got the potence thing that allows him to do the full damage, like you've got.
Okay.
It's still subdual, but it's the full amount, not the halved. Which is the same way the gangrel's claws work and werewolf claws work.
Okay. And as a bonus action, like if that's allowed, she's gonna be like, "Samuel, would you snap out of it, please? Could use some help, Dad." Trying to try and break him out of wherever the hell he ran off to.
He's cutting across the Mellow Mushroom parking lot at this point.
She's just trying something.
Let's see. Then it is ranged combatant. At which point the car goes off. Whoosh. There's actually the sound of an explosion. It's a full bonfire. So let me roll for the...
Well, I'll have to make that check.
This is for the driver.
Mhm.
He freaks out and runs away. He
Did it
cuts
take
across the
any
road.
damage with the explosion since they were standing next to it?
That's fair, I suppose.
Oh, you said they didn't
Really
move.
resigned, that's fair. That's fair, but I still hate it.
Oh, well. Only rolled 2 successes on the dice. Both of those successes were 10s, though, so he takes 4 points of aggravated damage. So he runs a few feet and drops.
Oh.
Because, he was already a little banged up.
Yeah.
Not that you would know it until you check him later. He has not reached the final death, because not all of the damage he took was aggravated.
Sure.
But he's taken enough that he's out.
Someone to interrogate now.
Let's see.
He lives.
The passenger also takes 4. He is still up, but does not look good. And he has to make a roll, a frenzy roll.
Passenger being Blabbermouth.
Oh, no, the Blabbermouth was sitting back behind the guy in the passenger seat.
Okay.
The guy in the passenger seat was the one that had done the magic and was tracking y'all. Or tracking the Thin Bloods, rather. Yeah, he's fine. He's a cool customer. Not yet. It takes several minutes to drive. It takes 10-15 minutes at least to drive across town.
I thought they might be like driving.
This combat is, a few seconds long so far.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and now the Blabbermouth, as you referred to him, and thus it is his name.
Do Maeve and Blackjack have to?
Ixnay, Facnay, Canonay.
No, because we weren't close. We didn't move close, so he said we didn't have to.
That was when it was a little fire.
That was when it was a little fire.
Oh.
This is bonfire size. Yeah, I'm gonna say you two have to make a check. You only need 2 successes though.
Okay.
Jolene has a back turned to it. Does she have to?
Jolene is fine.
2.
And y'all are further away from it than the other 2 are anyway.
Oh, 3, and I had a 10.
I'm good.
Oh yes, Blabbermouth. That's who I was rolling for. Y'all
We
distracted
good.
me with your talkings.
Sorry.
Let's see. He's got a decent enough will. Not a whole lot of humanity to help him out, though. 2, 3. It's a bonfire, and it's damaged him. Oh, that's right, it damaged him. Did Blabbermouth survive? No, Blabbermouth did not survive, so it doesn't matter if he's scared or not. He's dead.
Scared to death.
He looks horrified, and he bursts, and the flame washes over him. Like the other guy, he manages to kind of scurry away a little bit before he just kind of slumps over. His clothes smolder for a little while and kind of go out. He looks badly burned. He does not look like a completely crispy critter.
Okay.
He's laying there like a person with bad burns who just happens to not be breathing. So what did we get out of you two?
3s each. So we're both
3
good.
each.
Yep, very nice. By the same token, it was Maeve's entire plan, and Blackjack saw it coming, so y'all were both kind of braced for it, I guess. Alexander's back behind y'all. I'm gonna say he's far enough. No, he rounded the corner. He's actually closer to y'all.
Yeah, them 2 are right next to it, weren't
He's
they?
facing Jolene. Would he see
I'm
it?
facing Jolene.
The corner of the building is here. I'm imagining that Alexander just stepped around the corner where he could shoot, and then here's the car right here.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me a check. You just need 2 successes. And it is your willpower plus a third of your humanity. So if your humanity is a 6 or 7, that's 2 extra dice.
I say again. I just need 2.
You need 2 successes.
Yeah, you do.
Got this.
That's all. 2 successes. Easy peasy.
Easy, you got this.
After this, we're saging your and
Your computer.
Samuel's dice.
So again, just hitting the frenzy button.
Yeah.
Just hit the frenzy, next.
Change your
Oh,
humanity.
Oh.
You have to change your humanity if it's higher. or lower.
Well, actually, would the sheet not do it?
It didn't do it for me. My humanity's at 8.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 7.
Yeah, it asked me for my humanity, put me at a 5.
Yeah.
So I probably would have rolled higher, but I passed anyway.
Just double check your willpower, and you also used the willpower, so that's a little harder.
Oh, well, yeah. So that'll keep willpower to 5. Goes there. Boop. No modifiers.
You did it. Woo!
Are you
Oh
good?
yeah, that's absolutely no problem.
Critted.
Twice!
You were do it.
So yeah, that's like 7 success. You're like fire.
Whatever.
What's it gonna do? Scar me? Yeah.
It's like, ooh, an explosion happened. Unfortunately, but I said the soldier's not dead. And there's a reference to several of you who just probably looked at me.
I think I'm the only one that gets that reference, my love.
I don't get. I got nothing.
Probably. No,
Oh, now
that
I hit
was
a button. Why did it do anything?
that was thrown at an old RPer that we used to know. Bless him.
We'll explain the story later.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. That's what Alexander's doing right now.
No, it was just the it was just the whole fact of you hear an explosion. The soldier's dead.
Alright. For some reason, I grabbed a random NPC's character sheet and the frenzy button is not working on it. Oh well, I'll worry about it later.
Like, I would have been very content with just
Oh, there we
getting the 2 success.
Alright, so I had him down as a 5 willpower.
D?
And he rolled an extra dice for him.
D?
He's not actually here, I'm just testing the...
Okay.
Like, is
'Cause
that
he had
the
a
one
will-
we killed?
Because he had a willpower of 3. Alright, and then his humanity... Yeah, with him, it did it automatically.
I'll roll a frenzy real quick just to see what it does. You put in the full amount of your humanity and it automatically reduces it?
I don't know. I didn't put a number in. It just had a 5 come up. See, because you rolled 8 dice there.
And I have a willpower of 6 and humanity of 8.
So that one did it.
That's
So that one just kind of did it automatically. You have to adjust it if you had taken... Well, actually, even if it took willpower damage, you'd be clicking it. Oh, well. We'll worry about it some other time.
Something to worry about.
Yeah, I think it's doing it automatically for the most part. Even though it gives you the option for adjustments. Anyway. So that was...
2 guys down.
Yeah, 2 guys is down. Both the Spellflinger types are still up. As well as the guy you're brawling with, because he was far enough back not to have to make a check.
I still running away in terror.
Yes, unfortunately. Alright, so 2 Spellflingers. Let's see, the one guy does not want to throw fire while his buddy is... Alright, he kind of moves past Jolene because,
Attack of opportunity.
his muscle seems to be handling, handling Jolene alright. So he meets up with his buddy. So oh no, I take that lie back. He steps past Jolene and then he'll hurl fire at Alexander because Alexander's the closest available target. Alright, so Alexander, give me a... He's flinging fire at you, so this would be a Dex Athletics to get out of the way.
pull a me and re-roll your dice if you have to.
So you got 2 successes. So that's a tie. Ties go to the players. So, luckily it's a small global fire. So the fact that it goes whizzing past your head as you duck out of the way doesn't quite... Your beast kind of shudders, but it doesn't actually cause a frenzy check. Maeve and Blackjack, you see a green ball of fire go zipping past. And it just kind of hits the ground and sputters out.
I think we got a new target.
However, the one that you've set on fire and you threw the car at, he is up and actually capable of taking something. He's badly damaged, but he also rears back and hurls fire at Blackjack threw the car, but Maeve is the one that just set him on fire. And she probably looks in the worst condition because she's already taken aggravated damage, so she probably looks a little roughed up.
Scully, mommy needs her mouse. I'm sorry.
So he's throwing fire at Maeve.
Okay.
Uno, dos, tres.
What do I roll?
It will be Dex Athletics. Alright, he succeeded with 4, so you take 1 aggravated damage.
I can activate Defy Bane.
Uh-huh.
To not do that?
Does that require a rouse check or anything?
Yes.
Alright, give me a rouse check then.
I don't get hungry. Woo!
Alright. Now that just lets you ignore 1 attack from...
Yeah, him.
It says the user can convert a number of aggravated damage equal to their fortitude rating to superficial damage when sustained.
Alright, so the fire becomes superficial. It's only 1 point. You half that, you don't take no damage.
No damage.
So you wind up taking no damage from this. Had he rolled a little bit better, if he'd rolled 2 successes, then you'd have taken 1. Because it would have halved it like regular superficial damage. But it wouldn't have counted as aggravated.
Cannot heal that for, what does it say, this scene?
This thing, that's fine. I can't heal anyway.
That's fair.
She's not gonna try to heal this aggravated damage stuff. It's gonna take weeks to heal.
It says if that's like a buffer right now. So she has how much do you have in your fortitude? It's like 3, right?
3. That's why I have it.
So she has 2 more aggravated that she can take that converts to superficial with it up. Yeah.
All right.
It's busted.
So is that? All right, we're going into range combat. So Alexander, take your shot if you're still going to be using the gun.
You got this, Alexander. I believe in you.
Your go.
Sure.
You've just had somebody throw fire at you.
I mean, if you want, I'll give you Scully.
And he's just gonna take pop shots at the SOB that threw fire at him.
Alright, ready?
So here we go again.
You got this. You got this.
The number to beat is 3.
Hey.
4. Hey.
Huzzah!
All right, and so number B is 3, so that's 1 extra success, and your gun is a
+1, I believe.
Is it a +1 weapon damage or is it?
That's a good question.
Last session we said it was a +1.
As fixed to say, because it ain't the kind of guns that Samuel's sporting, aka I have fireball rounds packed. You ready?
+2, I believe it's +2.
Okay. Then that's 3 net damage.
Alright, so that's 3 damage on this guy that had taken 2 superficial from Jolene punching him.
Mm-hmm.
So That's 2. That's 3. You half that though. All right. What the gun does superficial. Blackjack, what are you doing? I think everybody's taking ranged attacks is taking it.
I have a gift for this. You said there's one guy in front of us, right?
Yeah, one of the fire chunkers.
Oh, click on.
Yes. I'm gonna grab the fire chunker. Fuck, where'd it go? I'm gonna grab him like this, and then just gonna move him away, so that I myself don't have to make any more
right.
checks. Grab him.
Give me that
Oh,
brawl
towards
check.
Maeve.
Throw him into the fire.
Oh, that risks me.
There.
Raw.
He is definitely trying to avoid you.
4 successes.
2, 3. He also got 4 successes. Ties go to the defender. I mean, go to the player. Excuse me.
Okay. At the very least, I grab him and move him away from this, and
Yeah, your strength is vastly higher than his, so. So with a tie, I'm going to say you didn't do any damage, but you've got a firm grip on him, and you've stepped further away from the fire with him in tow.
Okay.
And if you had to guess, it's probably gonna be hard to make a ranged attack of throwing fire at you, and
that's the
you're
plan.
this close to him. Now using the simpler conflict rules, we tend to go 3 rounds and we're out. So this is going to be the beginning of the 3rd round. Things will wrap up at the end.
He's going to die. Did they take a turn?
We're also right at 9 o'clock, so this round will definitely wrap things up.
I didn't go yet. I just been dodging.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Had you not? That's right, you didn't
No.
shoot. I'm sorry. Go ahead and take your action for this 2nd round.
Oh well, now that Blackjack has moved, Maeve is gonna
Ranged
go.
attack would have gone before him, so you could have shot. You could have shot it. If you want to shoot the guy Blackjack grabbed, you would be shooting him before Blackjack grabbed him. Because you go ranged, and then it's the guys that have to move and then do melee.
Well, she only went shooting because gas tank, fire.
Oh,
But now-
you're saying you want to run up? And,
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
So after Blackjack has moved him, she's going to go and attack
I got you.
him. So,
Would you like to throw claws?
yep, brawl.
I'm holding him,
And-
too, so he can't really defend.
Is it strength or dexterity?
Strength.
Okay.
Or-
okay, yeah.
For claws, it could.
Whichever one you want, actually. With claws, I can see Dex working. Blackjack would have to use strength because he's using it because his potence is such a big thing.
Yeah.
Now you don't get to add potence if you're going with your Dex though, because
I don't
you're
think-
finessing more than brute power.
I don't. I mean, I have potence. I do have lethal body. So,
Does it?
you know,
Does the
I'll-
verbiage say strength?
Yeah, potence counts in for strength stuff. Yeah.
then we will go strength because lethal body.
All right. He's going to try to avoid you, but I'm going to give him a couple of dice penalty as he's kind of wiggling around, and
3.
he got 1 success. So that's 2 successes for you. Do the claws add anything like weapons damage?
Yes, I think it. Let's see. Adds +2 modifier to the brawl damage and causes aggravated damage to mortals. Superficial damage inflicted from feral weapons is not halved.
Yeah.
So he cannot have those.
All right. Did you give you a plus to the weapons damage though?
It just says a +2 modifier to my brawl damage. So
Okay,
yeah.
+2 modifier. So
So I hit 4?
So yeah, you beat him by 2, and then 2 more. So yeah, that's 2. That's 4 superficial on him. He is out like a light. He is in torpor.
Good job.
This is the beginning of the 3rd round.
Do we get a Samuel back?
He would probably be able to perceive if the threat is gone.
Probably. Hey.
A lot of them are downed or dead.
Mm-hmm.
And the threat in his case was the fire.
Which I just knocked into torpor.
He is not on fire. Correct.
Right.
Well, only his own fire at this point.
Yeah.
Now there's the
Friendly
bonfire of the.
But it's not green.
Fair enough.
Not
And,
green.
and he's a distance away. Yeah, I would say he comes out of it this round.
Let him crave violence.
Let him crave violence.
So you come out of it in the Mellow Mushroom parking lot.
I do crave violence.
Why am I panting? I don't even have to breathe.
So,
Like, somebody help!
yeah, turn around. Senses are still on, probably.
You turn around and you just see this havoc. Flipped over car, it's exploded. Blackjack's holding a limp, clawed up fellow. There's one vampire running across the bank parking lot across the street now.
There's
My
another
back
one
for 6 seconds.
knocked out.
Jolene is
That's
boxing
what
with
I'm
somebody.
Is the guy who threw the fireball still up?
Yes, the one that the specific one that hit you. Yes, he is still up. What is the range on that?
We didn't state one.
Visual.
Can you run up? Would you be able to run up and do it? Like go across the wall?
He could get half the distance or so back. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying he could just run up and.
Yeah, so we didn't state what the distance was.
Yeah. Drop 1 dice off your roll for the distance. I think it's far enough that there should be some slight penalty anyway.
Okay. From, like, getting half the distance back, or from where he's currently at?
How big
From where you're currently at. If you run up half that distance, we'll just let it go.
Yeah, he's gonna head half the distance back.
Okay, alright. Alright, 1, 2,
You know what?
3.
Just for the funsies, I'm gonna burn
Power.
one of my willpower and reroll 3 of those dice.
Alright. So currently you've got
Okay.
4,
So 7
5, 6,
successes.
so 7 total. He got 3, so that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
That was not a crit, so it's just the 4. So he takes 4 aggravated.
Yep.
And this was the one Jolene had punched.
Yep.
And did Alexander do a point of damage to him as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he
Did I
leaned
do
up.
technically 3 or so?
Well, you
there
did
was
3, but it
two
would get
refusals.
half. The gun would get halved, so half of 3
Yeah, it was
becomes
One.
1.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think I may round. Maybe I'm supposed to round in the favor of the players. I forget. But anyway, that's
I at least did a point.
Either
so
way.
that's 4. Either way, that's got him at 7. So yeah, he screams and falls. He screams, stumbles back, trying to pat himself out, and collapses. Like some of the rest of the guys, he's not completely charbroiled
Mm-hmm.
because not all the damage was aggravated, but
Yeah.
he's pretty badly burned. And at this point, there's only the one guy still up, the one boxing with Jolene.
She's gonna keep trying to beat his ass.
He is trying to get back in the van.
Nah, bro. You're staying with me. We're friends now.
I'll shoulder check that fucking van. Don't test me.
Alright. Give me your attack roll, and he will give his.
Shoulder check the van.
I'm throwing a car. Don't fuck with me today.
I can believe it.
I
I can believe you shoulder check a damn van.
2, 3, 4. He got 4 successes.
Got 5.
Oh.
Like growling and like trying to like bite at him and just like she's fighting dirty now. But you ain't going fucking nowhere.
Just like,
Pull his hair
Dad,
back
just
as
like
he tries
Dad,
to run away.
hair.
Just
listen to Dad, help! Whoosh! Thank you.
Did you get this guy too?
So, Samuel, what you see is Jolene goes in to punch him. He kind of ducks under her and basically runs over, starts climbing into the van, and she just kind of grabs him and yeets him right back out.
That's
You leave when I say you leave.
I'm about to say, is this the chaos that they come back to? Is that
Yep.
the sheriff and Obla just come to? Is just like there's a flipped
I
over
want
car,
them-
things are on fire.
I want them to come around the corner and see Jolene just throw a man.
You know, that works for me. That's how the combat wraps up. Youth. Obla and the sheriff arriving at the same time. One hitting that red light the same way the vans did. Obla was cutting across, is it Martin Road that turns into C Slash? Or maybe it's just the straight part of C Slash. So they both hit that about the same time, coming up, and Jolene yeets him. He hits the ground, kind of scrambles back.
Blackjack steps on his chest.
Yeah, I was like, Maeve, Blackjack, and Alexander, with Samuel catching up, but you were a little bit further back.
Well, say
All kind of just walk around this guy.
The guy running, how far away is he?
He's probably out of view behind the bank by this point.
Okay, I was about to say if he's still in view, I'd try to roast him too.
Go ahead and make the roll. Take a dice penalty.
Will do.
How much damage did he have?
Not a lot. So,
Hey,
how's that? 5 successes.
He only had 1 success, so that's 4 aggravated he takes. And this one,
I think this one was damaged from the explosion, wasn't he? And then he failed the
Yeah,
terror
he
save
was.
and he ran.
oh, I think you're right.
Yeah, he took
He's
4 from the
gone.
fire explosion.
Yeah.
And he ran away from the fire, and the fire found him.
Yeah, he had taken a little bit of damage from the flipped car, I think.
Yeah.
That would have been subdual, or not subdual.
No, I thought that one took the damage, tried to run, and fell. This was one of the other ones, wasn't
Okay.
it?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This was the one from the second van.
That's right.
That when Samuel first did.
That's right. So he's already taken.
He's already taken aggravated.
Yeah, he took 4 aggravated damage from the explosion, so he just took another 4 from...
So he drops. He's almost around the corner of the bank, and you just hear a whoosh, and then thump. He's probably dead.
Serves them right.
So yeah, they're pulling up, and they see yeet. Everybody kind of runs on that guy with Blackjack still holding one guy up.
Yeah.
Samuel appears to be on fire as he walks forward. He makes a gesture, and they see another little flash of light from an alley over there.
Jolene baring teeth.
Yeah, the sheriff gets out, takes one look at Jolene doing this, looks at the storefronts. Scrub those cameras. That's a masquerade breach.
Is he saying this specifically to her and like ignoring like the fire and chaos behind them?
Yes.
She just kind of gives him a
He
look.
doesn't say it like, he's bringing you in for it, but he just points out that would be a masquerade breach. Scrub those cameras.
You want this guy, like, holding him like this, like it's fucking chew toy.
Yeah, we'll take them all, but specifically the ones that we don't think are.
This guy shoots a fireball.
Oh.
But he's,
Samuel walks over.
Does he have to use his hands to do that?
I'm not sure. Well, I assume so.
Yes, he does. As Samuel walks over, the fire pulling back into his body as he looks visibly burned.
All of them are kind of looking at you.
May I help you?
You all right?
Well, as all right as can be of us having to defend our domain while also preventing demons from getting into the city. So, you know.
It's a Wednesday.
Huh. The sheriff looks over at one of the Nosferatu and gestures. Make sure he can't use his fireballs. And so they take your prisoner and literally the Nos reaches into his jacket and comes out with like a kukri. Takes the guy by the arms, thump, thump.
Oh God!
Yeah, he's a vampire. He'll grow him back
Eventually.
Samuel, being as old as he is, does growing back also include cauterized wounds?
I'm not 100% certain. I think it's something they always left up to the GM. Generally, you tend to it may take time, but you generally default back to your to the condition you were in when you died.
Right.
Like I said, I'm not 100% sure with actual like amputations, but
Right. So yeah, Samuel will walk over and is like, shall I make sure that this condition stays for a little while longer?
certainly.
Fire appears in his hands, and he just grabs the stubs. He just waits until it just sears shut. And
That doesn't take too long.
And then the flesh caramelizes. And then he'll just let go, and then pull the fire back.
It's like burning with a cigarette lighter.
So we're past 9 o'clock here, so we'll wrap here with basically the sheriff and a big chunk of his deputies, not all of them, but a big chunk of them, are on the scene. They gather up all the bodies, living, dead, or undead.
As there are multiple states right now.
Pile them into this handy available van right here.
Mm-hmm. The undamaged one.
Now, the one not thrown and been lit on fire.
Yep.
One of the people with the sheriff that you recognize as one of the sheriff's ghouls, because he keeps one or two that do kind of the book work. They can be contacted. They can do stuff during the day that needs to be done. One of them runs out with a fire extinguisher, starts putting out the burning car. Once it's out, a couple of the other sheriffs walk up and hoist that sucker back up and over onto its wheels.
Jolene's like, Briebre's gonna be pissed at you.
Blackjack actually just texts Briebrie like the car's yours.
What did you do to my car?
Don't worry about it. The car's yours. Enjoy.
I imagine Jolene just gets a call at some point.
You get a text almost immediately. What did he do to my car? I've got stuff in that car.
Projectile weaponry.
What kind of stuff do you have in that car?
Knickknacks, keepsakes. Well, mostly she goes by CDs.
I'll burn you a CD later.
Burn a CD.
Once they flip it over, it does not look all that badly damaged. It's almost like most of the fire, came up rather than exploding into it. But anyway, they hoist that over.
See what I can salvage.
One of the deputies calls a wrecker. A wrecker that's in the notes. It's somebody's ghoul that runs a wrecker service. Not one of the sheriffs, but somebody in town. Yeah, we'll have somebody. He's like, we'll have somebody come out and scrub the lot in one of them cleaner trucks. They won't get everything up, but let the kind wonder, who burned some garbage out in their yard or something, or their parking lot. We'll need to check the banks. Hold on. Let me call the Lady Deschler's. Crap. What did the Primogen call their seconds? Whip. They call her Whip. I think he's got contacts with that bank. We'll get that footage.
And don't forget Mellow Mushroom. She yells out. If they have
He doesn't stop talking to whoever he's talking to, but he points at you like, acknowledges that what you just said. Obla's just walking out looking around. It was very ungentlemanly of you, Samuel. You didn't save me anybody.
Well, I apologize, but the party got a little rowdy much faster than we thought.
I will. On my way here, I got a text from Bruce and Anya. They they found the young one that got away. Let's see, which one was it? At the Grand Palace. The witnesses had said it was a boy, but it was actually a young lady.
Right.
She well, she wasn't very trusting of them, so they kind of had to how did he put it? Hog tie?
If you, I can probably talk to her. She'd trust me.
Oh, it's a good idea. Yeah, and she calls and lets you, She calls Bruce, hands you the phone, or explains to Bruce what's going on. Hands the phone, Bruce holds it, yeah.
She would just kind of be like, look, I know it's weird. Just trust him. I'm going to get you back. Probably hooked up with Briebrie's group.
And yeah, I mean, her thing was just she didn't know who they were. They were clearly full-blooded, full kindred.
Yeah.
Secretly, Briebrie becomes the next person to take charge of all the Thin Bloods.
Yeah. Jolene's trying to push that shit off on, like, Briebrie. Once they find Eddie, we're giving it back to Eddie.
Yeah. Let's see, Samuel will say to Abba's like, well, we do have all of these ones that are still in states of being in torpor that you can question if you'd like.
I will offer my services in that regard to the prince.
I have.
The sheriff's kind of like,
well,
he's still talking on the phone to somebody. But he's kind of looking at her like, I handle my own interrogations. Thank you very much.
My business.
Just out of the corner, you just kind of see Alexander slowly come up to join the rest of the group. It's like, Sheriff, do remember, if need be, I can take care of the camera problem. If you wish. I'll let you do it. As you see fit.
He's like, that's right. This is your coterie or your domain. Yes, if you would, I'll let you take care of the businesses. The bank falls under
Your jurisdiction.
Well, it falls under the Ventru that run it. And also, technically, Cecil Ashburn, the street that runs in front of this thing, is actually the border. So the bank is actually out of your domain, technically.
Fair enough. I'll take care of anything that's technically within our borders.
We will leave it to you then.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Did they figure out a place to hole up Thin Bloods?
Or
wait till next session?
We'll wait till next session to cover that. We'll basically wrap up here with Jolene getting a phone call from a number she does not recognize.
Oh, she's still going to pick it up, though.
You hear a voice you recognize on the other side.
She's going to probably put it on... She probably picks it up on...
I know, there's sheriff and all kinds of people around, so,
no. Yeah, good point. Picks it up. Yeah.
You hear Eddie's voice. Jolene, are you all right?
Where the hell are you?
I'm just getting back into town. I may have done something a little dumb.
Boy, if this shit is your fault, I'm gonna beat your ass.
What shit? What are you talking about? I ran up to see if I could get our people out and got my ass beat.
Call Briebrie.
Okay.
Find out somewhere for us all to meet. Have her call me back with where we're meeting.
Okay.
She's gonna fill you in on what's been going on tonight. It's been an interesting Wednesday.
Gotcha. Anywhere I can meet up with you tonight?
She'll look over. Is Abla still kind of in the area?
Yeah, she's still around.
She trustable enough. Looks over at Samuel. I got a phone call from one of the wayward sheep. Anywhere he can meet us up. The one we went looking for earlier this evening.
What time of night is it?
Oh, it's probably 3:30 or so by now.
Tomorrow I need to
sleep and hunt.
Yeah, and taking a direct blast from a fireball hurts.
We all kind of look like shit right now.
Not bad.
Maeve got roasted by a demon.
A lot of people in the parking lot perk up when they hear you say that.
What?
The sheriff's like, I'm going to need a full report on that. And then goes right back to his phone.
Yeah.
Eddie, get with Briebrie, find out where they're going to be bunking down for the day. Call me back after nightfall.
I really need to talk to you. I really need to talk to you today.
Is it some?
Is there anywhere just me and you can meet? What about that Elysium on
A bar?
Yeah. Walton's Mountain. How did I forget Walton? Walton's Mountain.
It's over at Samuel. Can you get me back from the car? I gotta go to Walton's Mountain. It's something got him all tied up.
Hop on the bike. I'll drive you there myself.
Yeehaw.
All right, then we'll wrap here. So.
And she'll tell Eddie. She's gonna punch that boy if he ain't injured.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, before we do leave, Samuel will say to Oblas, depending on what happens tomorrow, if she wants to go and check out those ritual circles and everything, that he could take her there.
If nothing else, if we give her the address, she could probably find it.
Yeah, but Samuel wants to take a look at it too.
Yeah, they want it to be a joint. They want it to be a joint something. But we'll take care of that. She's fine with that, assuming the evening is clear and you're not like all marched in front of the Primogen to go, what the just happened?
Well,
yeah.
About that.
You remember those guys you said to keep an eye out for? Yeah, they just attacked the domain outright.
Well, the city, because they hit a couple.
Yeah.
This was in your domain, but all the hotels were hit outside your domain. So
yeah, it's like, hey, those guys you told us to keep an eye out for, they just attacked the city. Here's like 6 bodies, and here's the ones we left alive. Enjoy.
So that'll wrap us up here. That'll wrap us up for tonight. Ending it right now.
Sorry.
Join us tomorrow night for Monster of the Week, Eyes of the Fallen, run by V. Thursday night should be Maddie's Descent into Avernus. Let's see. Then we'll be done. On Direbear, we'll be done for the weekend. Though on Sunday, I'll be running my Icons game over at the Nerd Eternal Network. Twitch TV / whatever, the Nerd Eternal Network. And then back on Monday with the Escorts.
Yeah.
And of course,
may or may
Tuesday
not
will be us.
I mean, at this point, we're not really escorts anymore. It's us as like, oh yeah, 2 of our people got captured. There's 4 of us left. We're gonna go get them. By the way, we're fighting a beholder and his small squad of mind flayers.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Tune in the following Monday to see everyone's new characters.
No kidding.
Well, you might have one old character that was smart enough to run. But anyway, I've been the storyteller for the evening, Jason from over the Nerd Eternal Network. And with me has been Sarah playing Jolene, Rap playing Maeve, Decca playing, what's his name, Blackjack, Duba playing Alexander, and Eric playing Samuel. And we will see you next time.
Good night.